Disruption Networks.
Combined experience selling real estate, joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish, and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725.
Hi, this is attorney Nick Pasalacqua. The team of attorneys I have assembled at Pasalacqua & Associates has been carefully hand-picked to include the best trial attorneys in the particular areas of the law that we practice. Have you been charged with DWI or any other crime? Members of our team include former assistant district attorneys, now fighting to protect your rights 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you or someone you love been seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident? Members of the team at Pasalacqua & Associates include former insurance defense attorneys, now fighting to ensure that you get every penny you're entitled to. If you need legal help quick, don't waste your time or money calling anyone else. Remember, for legal help quick, you better call Nick and the team at Pasalacqua & Associates. 315-500-NICK or 315-500-6425 or visit cnytriallaw.com today.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
YOLO infidels, that's right. It's Hacker Hameen.
This is Al Schneer from the band Mo.
Hey, this is Corey Glover from Living Color.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
Live on EC Radio with the Z-Man. So take the pizza out of your fat moron mouth. Sit back and listen before I give you a $5 face slap. You'll never forget, infidels. YOLO!
Technical difficulties, as always. It happens so much around here. So much. Oh, my God. Don't touch nothing. Stop. Let me stop it. Oh, my God. Will you stop right now? There we go. Got it. Man, EC Radio, dealing with technical difficulties all day. Just my life, I guess. And then, actually, it's not, because joining me in the studio today, and hi, how are you? It's Z. What day is it today? It's Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday. And it definitely holds truth today. It is me, Z, making adjustments. And my boy Tom Morreale in the house with me today. Great to see you, brother. And every time you come into the show or into the studio and we try to do something, always technical difficulties when you come in here. And that
well, we know who's behind it.
It's your brother, man.
Captain Tripp.
Vinny is shining down on us right now like I'm going to fuck with him. The one time you came on, we turned into Smurfs.
Yeah, we're all blue. and then they couldn't hear us. Our voices were jumbled for like an hour.
Yeah, and then the other time you came in, we were in the other room,
Yep.
and nothing was working, or
Yeah.
I can't remember
Yeah,
exactly
something
what
screwed up.
happened.
Something
was really screwed up that day.
Yep.
Every time.
Every
So
time, so.
Vinny's thinking about
He
us.
just did it a little while ago. Everything went blank.
He's just like letting us know he's still there,
Yep.
giving you a little dig every now and
Yep.
then. But Captain Chip, you are definitely missed, my friend. You definitely
That's
are.
for sure.
So-
Probably what that's.
Yes, you know what? Yes, you brought in a little cool little memento right here. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you,
know
man.
what? I don't think we've been together on air since the Trip Fest, and I want to thank everyone for coming out. Thank Joe Trezeline.
We have.
Have we? Yeah, maybe we have. But
we
I
definitely
don't think
have.
we talked about it, but I want to thank everyone. Joe Trezeline, Joe Sweet, every band that was there, everyone that came. It was a great time. We raised a lot of money for Stephen Swan. It was an excellent event.
Yeah, it was great. It was
Trip Fest 2's coming.
real soon. We're in the works on that,
Yep.
as a matter of fact. But this is really cool. You put this together. We're gonna hang this up in the studio. That's for
you.
sure. It was great to do that.
Yeah,
it
it was good.
it was a great day, and
I wish we could have did it while he was alive, but he wanted it. He talked about it for years.
he's mad at us that we did it without him. That's the thing,
Yep.
and that's why he keeps messing with us.
That's probably what it is.
Well, thank you for the memento.
Oh,
We're gonna
no
definitely
problem.
hang that up on the board over there. It's got a lot. We got a lot of room,
Yes,
so
yeah.
and I got a perfect spot. We're gonna put you right next to where Gina made that little bag for us. You
Beautiful.
see that?
Oh,
It
yeah,
says
that's cool.
we're friends, our family, souls ignite, or I don't know.
Something like that.
It's something right there, but it's perfect.
a Gina statement. so.
Exactly. Yes, it is. Tommy, Doughboy BBQ is
Yes.
your new endeavor you got
One
going
of them,
on
one
right
of
now.
them,
Yeah,
yeah,
one,
yeah,
one of
one
them.
of
Which the word around town is you guys are absolutely phenomenal. I know from personal experience that it's phenomenal, but a lot of great people talking about how well you're doing out there with your barbecue and your
Yep.
barbecue truck. You're going to be hitting the summertime really
Yep.
soon, right? And it starts this Friday.
Yep, this Friday, 4/20. JK.
My
the
favorite
lumber.
day.
Yep, JK Lumber. Great time to eat barbecue. 11 to 2. There's a big event JK's putting on. It's a Trex deck event. They're giving away a deck. They're giving away a smoker. They're giving away food vouchers if you show up for us. They're having deck demonstrations all day long, I guess. So,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
They got a bunch of food trucks going on.
Just us.
Oh, just you.
Just us.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, so
All of Route 5 is going to smell
Oh,
like
it's-
delicious barbecue.
we're going to be smoking out there from early in the morning.
Yep.
So, usually a lot of our stuff goes 8-10 hours, so.
Yeah. And you pull your own pork, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We rub our own butts, too.
Doughboy BBQ. And you guys got a Facebook page, right?
Yeah, Doughboys BBQ. Hit it up, follow it, like it. We got menus on there. We do catering. We got a lot of parties this summer, a lot of graduations.
Yeah.
So if you need anything, just hit us up. We're to here.
The whole food truck thing is huge
Oh
right
my
now.
God, it's so big.
I know you guys will be at What the Truck this year, right?
Yeah, we'll be at What the Truck every Tuesday night, starting May 15th, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah, we get so many calls. It's amazing. I get like sometimes 2-3 calls a day. Just we want to be at events. They want us at Central New York Psychiatric Center. We're gonna be doing there like every other Saturday, and all these weird places calling us for food trucks. And yeah, we'll take them if we got the time.
Yeah.
So
events like What the Truck totally helps you.
oh yeah, without a doubt,
Big time.
Yeah, we get a lot of calls off there. A lot of help.
Any new things we can expect on the menu this year?
Brisket.
Brisket.
Yes, we've been working on brisket.
How long have I been saying?
We
Yes.
got it. It's gonna be some brisket,
Yeah.
some burnt ends. You gotta
That's a
love it.
process to make
Yeah, Oh my
brisket.
God! Sometimes we do 20 hours. We smoke it for.
Wow.
Yeah, it takes a long time, low and slow.
Low and slow.
Yeah.
So have you been testing it out
Oh,
already?
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. That goes without saying.
Your house must smell awesome.
Oh yeah.
BBQ.
The backyard, the whole neighborhood.
Brisket, and then you do the Frito Bandito,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
everybody raves about.
Yep. Our Mac Daddy's the best seller though.
Mac Daddy.
Yeah. Pulled pork with mac and cheese and a nice toasted bun. Oh, it's good.
2 days in a row, a food truck comes in today, and yesterday I have Kirby's coming in, and nobody brings me any damn food.
We haven't smoked yet. We're not even ready. Actually, we're getting
I've
a truck.
smoked. I want some food. No, I'm kidding.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, I can't wait. We're going to do another event. We got to have you
Yes.
out. Like, what did we? Was it
Cinco de Mayo.
It was Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, that rained. It poured from what we got here at 8 in the
Yeah.
morning. It poured.
That's right.
And we had such a hard time to get keeping the smoker at temp, but it was a good event. We got a lot
You had
of
a couple
come
people
out.
come out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, a lot of
They-
the neighbors like,
they
what
were
the hell's
coming-
going on over
They were
here?
coming from Corn Hill getting the chicken. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was
It was good. And you guys 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was raining. Maybe, just maybe, we won't see any rain.
Yeah. I doubt that.
Probably
This
not
is-
till like
yeah.
August. I'm thinking summer's going to roll in probably right around my birthday, August 1st. That's when summer's going to roll in.
August 2nd will be gone. It's ridiculous. It's going to be 37 on Friday, so hopefully the sun will come out and it'll be a decent day at JK. But
yeah, it's supposed to.
Yeah,
It looks like it. Last week at the Barton Mud Fest, great event, by the way.
Yeah.
At the Barton Mud Fest, during the beginning of the week, they were calling for like 70 degrees.
Yeah.
And then as the week got on, it got worse and worse, and it was raining and 35, but it worked out great because there was a tent and heaters and kept everybody inside, so it was great. Great event, great job by everybody at the Barton Mud Fest. But they can't predict the weather is what I'm getting at.
No, not at all. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's got to be one of the worst springs we've had. And
what spring?
Yeah, true. We've had no.
It's fall.
Yeah.
It went from winter. It went from fall to winter to fall.
Yeah. And then it'll go from winter to summer and then back to winter again for about. We'll have maybe a month this year, hopefully.
Yeah. As my good friend Tommy Drama says, Winter Springs, New York. That's what he calls it, Winter Springs, New York. And it pretty much sums it up for us around here. You know you're from upstate New York when you constantly talk about the weather.
Yeah.
You know,
it's getting too much, though. I'm getting sick of it.
It is. It's canceled all the baseball games left and right. Like, how many doubleheaders are going to be happening in the summertime? A lot because of all the cancellations that are going on right now. So, Mother Nature, stop being...
I'd like to punch her right now.
Yeah, she's so bipolar right now. But I could get real conspiracy theory right now. I'm thinking like the government's controlling the weather a little bit here too, but we won't get into that.
That's.
I do want to switch gears and talk about Bruno Sammartino passed away today.
Yeah, I heard that.
And I'm a little bumming about that. I have some ties with Bruno Sammartino. My great-grandmother came over with his relatives from Italy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
and so growing up, she was a huge Bruno. She followed him everywhere. They'd go. He actually came to my great-grandmother's house a couple times.
Really?
Yeah, back in like the 60s. And she's got pictures. Well, she used to have pictures with him and stuff. I'm like, there's much history with Bruno Sammartino, my great-grandmother. So growing up, it was always on Sundays. Yeah. And that's why I got into wrestling. Was because of Bruno Sammartino, my great-grandmother. So it's sad that he passed.
I mean, he was 82, I guess?
He was 82 years old, yeah.
My grandmother, I used to watch wrestling with her when I was 5, 6 years old. What is it like grandmothers in wrestling?
The Italian grandmothers.
Yeah,
she probably liked Bruno Sammartino. Or Dominic DiNucci.
She didn't like the Polish power, though.
She didn't like Ivan Putski. Or the Moondogs.
She used to scream at the TV while the wrestling was going on. I used to sit there like... I used to be amazed at her that she was watching it.
Something with Italian women in wrestling, old Italian grandmothers. But that was my intro to wrestling, and I'm still an avid fan. But R.I.P. to Bruno Sammartino. It's sad.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
You know, speaking of that, my brother brought, remember Haystacks Calhoun?
Yeah, of course. He was like 600 pounds.
He brought him to our house one day. I go, holy shit, look at the size of this
Vinny
guy.
brought Haystacks Calhoun to your house.
They were selling bootleg T-shirts outside of concerts together. I swear to God. He came in there. He came in my front hallway, the house. He took up the whole hallway. It was amazing.
Haystacks Calhoun. And your brother.
And my brother.
We're hustling T-shirts.
Yes. Outside bootleg T-shirts outside of concerts.
And like a Dead show?
It was a show at the Carry Dome. I can't even. Maybe it was the Stones back in the 80s. I still remember that.
Only your brother.
Only my brother would.
Only your brother.
Yeah.
I love this picture that you gave me here. It's a cutout, and it's a picture of you, John Popper, and Vinny. Did you guys do a show at the Blues Traveler?
Yeah, we promoted them a couple times in Smith Opera House in Geneva.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking they came to the club, and I was like, I don't remember them coming to the club. No, they never came to the
club. We did so many shows out there at the Smith Opera House too.
That's right. I remember Medeski, Martin, and Wood playing with Fishman.
Yeah.
And then Medeski
Fishman
played
birthday party. We did that. Yeah. We did Dark Star there. We did Bella Fleck. We did.
2 Medeski shows. I think there was another Medeski show afterwards too.
There was Rat Dog. There was
Blues Traveler.
2 or 3 times we did Blues Travelers. We did a bunch of stuff out there. The Smith Opera House, beautiful place.
Yeah,
Geneva.
I don't even think they're utilizing it anymore.
I think I saw some show. Maybe it was a Dark Star show there or something. I just saw an advertisement for it, so they're using it a little bit.
Maybe a show here and there.
Yeah, but not like they used to. Not like we had shows there almost like once a month. We were doing them for a while.
Yeah, great venue.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Great venue. It's like a little
old too.
Yeah, a little version of the Stanley. A little smaller, holds about 2,000 people.
Yeah, there's some gems for theaters upstate New York.
Oh, without a doubt.
From Buffalo out to Albany and the Palace, even down in Port Chester with the Capitol Theater.
Oh, yeah,
there's some really. Have you been to the Capitol Theater?
No.
Tom, you got to do yourself a favor. Go to that.
Down there.
That, to me, and I love the Stanley and working at the Palace and stuff. But the Capitol Theater has got some character, brother.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where Phil plays all the time. Doesn't he play down there, Phil Lesh?
Yeah. What Peter Shapiro did to that place is amazing
Really?
he looks at it as a perspective of the fan. He wants to go into the venue and have cool things, and many bars. There's many places you get a bar, plus they have a really cool bar to the side of it with a stage where they put locals and regionals up there. But inside the theater itself, it kind of reminds me of like a Dead Show meets vaudeville.
Oh, really?
It's got some character. You got to
I've
check
heard
it
a lot
out.
about it, but I just haven't made it down there.
It's smaller too, and there's no seats on the floor, so it's all GA. Upstairs there's seats, but not downstairs. So, but it's a little bit smaller than what we're used to at the Stanley. It's probably about the same size as Smith Opera House, maybe a little bit smaller, but it's legendary, that place.
Oh yeah, it's
Capitol
been around
Theater.
for a while.
And they got wallpaper with all rock stars and everything. Yeah,
kind of like the Beacon. You ever been to Beacon?
No, I've never been to the Beacon.
Well, I saw one of the last Allman Brothers show down there. I love that's a nice, cool place too. It's got that same atmosphere as Stanley, but a little bigger. I was
legendary too.
Yeah, legendary. I was at the last row on the third level. It took me like 3 hours to get my fat ass up there, and it was brutal. But I was there.
Would you go for the Allman Brothers run?
One of the last Allman Brothers runs.
Oh, you went for one of the last ones, huh? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I see Dickie Betts is coming around this summer.
Really?
He's back in action trying to run the Allman Brothers train now.
Yeah. Well, it's the only thing really left.
Yeah, and probably he needs to make some money.
Last time he had like 3 teeth in his mouth. Last time I saw him, he's still good. He still can play.
He can still play. Yeah, he's like 70.
Yeah,
and he's still doing it.
That's good. I mean, I love the Almonds. I mean,
how could you not? How could you not? There's just so much history with that band. I always wanted to do that Beacon run, but just never made it to it. I thought the Almonds got better too when they got O'Teal in the band and Warren, of course, and Derek Trucks. Amazing. Derek Trucks, Tedeschi Trucks, you got to see that show.
They're great, yeah.
Have you seen that show?
I know. I've listened to a lot of the bootlegs and stuff. I love them.
She could sing.
Yeah, she's great.
Susan Tedeschi's amazing.
They're playing where they got a couple shows around here. Summer SPAC and CMAC, I think
they're at the fair this year too.
Oh, really?
I think so. So yeah, they're around. They'll definitely be around. And my boy Skip is their tour manager, Mo's old tour manager.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he runs the show over there, and that's a big tour for him to run.
Yeah,
he's a lot of people to handle, and Skip is probably hands down one of the best tour managers on earth. We love you, Skip. Love you. I gotta give him a little love and respect.
He was there when Mo played the club, wasn't he? I think he was.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, he was Mo's guy for years.
Yeah.
I mean, he started with those guys right from the beginning. As soon as they started going on the road, Skip was their guy.
I remember the hardest tour manager I ever dealt with was Fishes. He was doing Medeski, and this was when Trey sat in with Medeski the night before. So we had like 900 tickets going into the show. And Trey sat in the night before, so everyone thought Trey was coming to Geneva. And we sold like 1,000 tickets that day. We almost sold it out. Trying to deal with him, he would break my balls over a bottle of water. He was horrible.
That's how it
took like 2 hours to settle the show.
But, he's got a job to do, too.
Right.
They got to be pricks, and they got people to worry about, too.
Yeah.
We won't say his name. I do. But anyways, they got a job to do, and it's a tough job to be a tour manager, and they don't sleep. That's the thing. It's like if you're a tour manager and you're out on the road, those dudes do not sleep whatsoever. They're constantly up, booking hotel rooms and just making sure everybody's around and safe, and gear gets to make it, and the production guys, and there's just so much
venue and
not to get screwed by the venue, merch,
having enough merch and.
So look at all those jobs, and it's an 18-hour day, sometimes 20-hour day. It's grueling. It's grueling. And then you got to get to the next show and make sure that you get there on time and bus calls and it's not a bad job, but it's a rigorous one.
Yeah,
for sure. So
it's not an old man's job.
A lot of those,
sure.
Yeah, right. It's not an old man's job, and a lot of those tour managers lack in sleep. So by the time they get to the end of the shows or whatever, they're probably just grumpy and miserable, and just give me my money so I can go home.
Plus they got to be with some of the bars and. Right. I got to go pick up my girlfriend, or there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on, so those tour managers have to deal with.
Yeah, and then you got to deal with the families of the band and the fans
and the guest list
Who gets a pass? Who doesn't get a pass? Right. Is there a VIP afterwards? Is there a meet and greet?
Oh, well, we've been through it, dude, owning the clubs and doing shows. You know what it is. It's
so much.
It is. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of
work,
fun, but we love it.
Oh yeah, it's in our blood.
It's the only thing. It's the only thing we know. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I'm a chemist, so I for 30 years. So
good. Make us some LSD, brother. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's going to be a good concert series, though. There's a lot of shows coming up this summer. It seems like
Lakeview's killing it. I'm really shocked at them. I never thought that they would have that many shows and that many quality shows up here.
Right, and something for everybody. You know, they got country, Dave Matthews, and then there's all the rock shows and the K-Rockathon. Ozzy's coming.
Yeah, that's going to be.
There's so much going on at Lakeview this year. And then, we got everything going on at the brewery. There's like 12 shows at the brewery, and we're over at Paper Mill. And then, of course, you got SPAC, and you got CMAC, and you got Darien Lake, and there's so much to do. Yeah, so much to do. And on top of festivals. And
definitely. I want to hit the David Byrne. That looks really good. I've seen some videos of the new David Byrne.
Bro, can we go?
Let's do it.
He's on my bucket list.
Yeah, let's do it. I want to go.
Yeah, we have to, because he's playing at like a bigger venue, right?
CMAC.
Okay, so it's a bigger venue.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I was bumming that I couldn't see him in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And he was playing at small venues in Buffalo. He was playing like a small theater.
Yeah.
And then he was playing in Kingston, New York, and there was only like 1,000 seats, 1,200 seats or something like that. Sold out in seconds.
I talked to a friend of mine, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, who went. He loved it. He said it was one of the best shows he's seen in a while.
Yeah, and
he loved it.
You know he puts on a great show. You
I mean,
know it's going to be phenomenal.
Have you seen any of the videos for it? There's no permanent stations. So everyone moves around the stage during the whole show. The drums are mobile, the guitars are mobile. There's nothing on the stage but just them. And they just move around the whole stage for the whole show.
Really?
Yeah.
Only David Byrne.
Really.
Only David Byrne.
Yeah.
I can't wait to. Yes, let's do that.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to put that in my book. He's on my bucket list.
Yeah, definitely.
Who's on your bucket list?
I don't know.
Hi, Chicken.
Chicken.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah. Better late than never.
Who's on your bucket list?
I don't know. I've seen everybody that I wanted to see. There's really not much. Maybe Justin Timberlake, but that's about it.
Isn't he coming soon?
I don't know.
He is.
Yeah.
Is he really on your bucket list?
No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say,
I'd go see him.
I would too.
I would definitely go see him.
It would be a free show.
You know.
You know what I mean? I don't know if
he puts on a great show.
Yeah.
I'd definitely go see him.
But
would you pay to go see him?
Probably not.
No. No, I don't think there's really anyone. I've seen them all. I've seen the Dead. The Stones, the Who, Pink Floyd.
About it. Let it simmer. Chicken, what about you? Who's on your bucket list?
Well, the Eagles are on my bucket list.
Okay, and they're coming around.
Unfortunately, no Glenn Frey,
but they're coming around.
Yeah, I seen that. They're going to Buffalo, right? Well, Slayer was on the bucket list. I'm going to see them over the summer. And Testament too. I believe they're on that same bill, aren't they?
They're on that same bill.
So I'm going to knock 2 off on that one. And then, man, it's tough because I've seen a lot of them.
I know.
Who's on you? Who else? Who can you think
definitely David Byrne or any sort of like Talking Heads type of thing. Stevie Wonder. Yeah. Love to see Stevie Wonder. I've never seen ZZ Top either.
He'd love to see you.
He would too.
ZZ Top was like my 3rd concert ever.
Was
ZZ
it?
Top was my first, and Ozzy was my 2nd.
Yeah.
In the 80s at the Odd.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm throwing that question out to everybody. I want to know who's on your bucket list. And Ray saying Bonnie Raitt is on the top of her bucket list.
Tom Petty was.
I saw her.
Tom Petty?
I saw Tom Petty. I saw Bonnie Raitt at Omegang. I've seen so many freaking shows.
Bonnie Raitt, I forget all about her.
Great guitar player.
She hasn't been out in a while, though, has she? She's still touring?
Maybe it was 3 years ago I saw her there.
Let's give him something to talk about, though.
Yeah.
Ray saying ZZ Top is her number 2. Mine, too. I never had a chance to see ZZ Top. Stevie Wonder, I would love to do Stevie Wonder. I'd love to see him.
You know what, though? Like, Kid Rock is – I seen – the reason why I say that with ZZ Top with Kid Rock. Yeah. Kid Rock puts on a phenomenal
show.
He
does.
I've never seen him.
Even if you're not a Kid
Rock fan. I
saw
him at Woodstock, but I mean –
even if you're not a fan.
You don't remember it.
No, I don't remember too much. I was too busy working with Van de Cap. We were selling. We had the store there.
Ozzy.
That laser show for ZZ Top was the first time I ever saw lasers. I don't know, was I 13, 14 at the Odd? Was that the show you went to or no?
No. I went to the show at the Carrier Dome with Black Crowes, and then the other one was with Kid Rock and then at the SPAC.
They did the amazing laser show, and that was in the 80s, and it was just like lasers. They covered the whole Odd. It was amazing. I was like, oh, that's probably why I started loving concerts.
Yeah.
I mean, besides my brother taking my first one to the first Dead show in '81, but besides that, I was.
I love going to shows, man.
Yeah, me too. Fesh is checking and she's saying Ozzy's on her bucket list. And you got a chance to see him this summer. He's coming September 1st or 2nd to Lakeview.
Yep.
That's going to be nuts.
They're doing
September
$13
4th,
tickets.
Oh, it's 4th?
I believe it's the 4th.
They were doing $13 tickets the other day. How could you not get an Ozzy ticket for $13?
Yeah.
Wait, when was that?
Friday the 13th.
On Friday the 13th.
Oh, son of a bitch, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Well, they did $13 tickets for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? It was
Yeah.
for all the rock
shit.
shows.
Yep.
I would have bought my Ozzy ticket then.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
For all the rock shows.
I would have bought them all then.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You know, like that cheap. Son of a bitch, I wish I knew.
Moyer's checking in. He's saying, first he said Captain Trips, Tommy from Captain Trips, great memories.
Yeah.
And then also he's saying Journey with Steve Perry, the band, plus Bon Jovi with Sambora, which could potentially happen at the Hall of Fame this weekend. Sambora, all the Hall of Fames this weekend?
Was last
Rock and
weekend.
Roll Hall? Oh,
It was already
it was
happened.
already, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
but
he
they
showed
probably
up.
show it this weekend.
Yeah, maybe, right.
Sambora, I got to meet Richie Sambora at the Stones. He was super cool, man.
Yeah.
He was, yeah. Did I ever tell you that story?
I don't think so.
I've told this a few times. I got to tell this story. I was working for the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, I was there, remember?
At the Carrier,
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, Ralph Wilson.
Yep.
Ralph Wilson Stadium. And I was back pulling in the van, hanging out and stuff, and me and my boy are sitting there, and all of a sudden, Richie Sambora and his girl, who is Renthi, right? And I didn't know who she was, but we'll get to that in a second. They're walking in, and the security guard's giving them a hard time. And I'm like, whoa, because I was there for like a week and a half. I knew everybody, knew all the security guards. I'm like, dude, no, he could come in. He's like, oh, all right, Z says you could come in. You could come in. And so Richie's like, thanks, man, you know? And the dude's like, he had no idea who he was. I'm like, dude, did you ever hear of Bon Jovi? He's like, dude, that's Bon Jovi?
Yeah, all right.
So I'm like, hey, Richie, can we take a picture? Yeah. And I made his girlfriend take the picture. I had no idea she was Orianthi. I had no idea she had this hat on and her hair back. I had no idea it was her. She would have been in the picture.
I know, right?
I had no idea it was her. So me and my buddy took a picture with him. He was super cool, man.
I think the guys in Bon Jovi better get like press passes or something. They can't even get a table at Giorgio's.
That's a true story too, huh?
Wow.
There's a couple checking in. Bandage is checking in. He's saying, Buddy Guy, Howard Shore doing the Lord of Rings concert, Florence and the Machine, and Prince was at the top of the list. But
I wouldn't mind Prince. He's a hell of a guitar player. Way underrated in the rock scene. I think way underrated by a lot of people.
Well, you can probably pretty soon see the Prince hologram.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be coming out anytime soon. Todd's saying yes. He's always wanted to see Yes. I've never seen Yes.
I've never seen
That'd
Yes.
be pretty good.
Weren't they around? I thought.
Well, who died? Buford or Wakeman or
Yeah.
Howe? One of those.
I think it was Howe. But I mean, that's the problem. These bands now that half the guys are dying. I mean, is it still? It's like a cover band, really.
Plus, all these guys are doing retirement tours. Oh, another one too is Elton John. I'd love to see Elton John.
I've seen him a bunch of times. Elton
Have
John,
you?
Billy Joel, Elton John by himself. Yeah, I mean, Vinny used to like, believe it or not, Elton John, so we used to go a lot.
Oh yeah, I never got a chance to see him, and he's doing his farewell tour. It's all done.
I liked his earlier stuff, Elton John.
Of course, 70s. Oh,
yeah.
That's
He puts on a great show,
Benny
just like
Lynch,
Springsteen
sure.
puts on. Springsteen does a 3-hour show. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Paul McCartney, man. When he was at the Carrier Dome last year, 3 hours. It's over 3 hours.
See, now that's what I'm pissed I missed.
75 years old and still doing it at a high level. Didn't even take a break.
That's how I feel about Seeger. I mean, Seeger's 72, and he was out there for at least 2.5 hours.
Yeah. That's on a hell of a show, too.
Yeah.
Great.
The one time we had front row seats, it was great.
This Seeger?
Yeah.
I love it because he's got the horn section, he's got the backup singers, he's got a
Alto
bunch of
Reed on sax. I love him.
And the guitar work in some of the Seeger songs are way underrated, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Puts on a great show.
Moira's saying he say Bon Jovi or Sambora said this. I don't know. He said the reunion, never say never were the exact words, so possibly could happen. Sambora and Bon Jovi getting back together. I don't know what they had a falling out. Richie drank a lot, though. He was a degenerate drunk.
I think I saw them at the Utica Odd, too, Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
Possibly.
It was Bon Jovi and Cinderella.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then there's so many great concerts back then.
Oh, I know.
So many. It was great. Rich with concerts back in the day. Who else is getting inducted to Hall of Fame? Do you know off the top of your head? Moyer, if you're listening, can you tell me who's getting in?
Howard Stern's been talking about it like crazy.
Has he?
Yeah.
I don't even pay attention to
Cars, I think, were another one.
Cars?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear this year's.
I didn't either, bro. I'm
nominees.
going to have to tune it into HBO.
Am I correct in saying that Green Day actually made it in?
Oh, I think they did. Oh, no.
I think they're.
I don't know.
I could have sworn.
You know what? I just come.
We
to
could look this up.
yeah, right. I mean, we got phones right here. Foo Fighters. I've never seen the Foo Fighters.
Oh, they're
that's,
great.
That's my bucket list.
There
right
you go.
I've never seen them, and I've always wanted to.
They're the only ones of the Seattle band. Nirvana or anybody of that fashion. Like
technically, they're not a Seattle band.
You know,
Dave Grohl's originally from D.C.
Is he?
Yeah.
Out of that group, I've seen Alice in Chains minus Lane Staley. I've seen Chris Cornell by himself. So I never seen them all as like a total group, And I never seen Dave Grohl, but Dave Grohl seems like he put on a good show.
Yeah, I think so. That's why.
It's amazing.
I've always wanted to see him.
I seen him in Buffalo a few years back, and unbelievable. He's all over the place. And then he comes out into the crowd. They do like that walkway and does the acoustic stuff.
Yeah,
just high energy nonstop. You got to check.
Seems like
that
a
out.
cool guy too. Just
Dave seems just like a dude. Just a regular dude.
Yeah, he's a fan. Like we were talking before,
Right.
He's a fan of music. So like, he has that like child almost approach to it, where he's so excited when he sees a good band. And you love to see that.
Yeah,
an artist.
right. I love his documentaries too. He's got some pretty cool documentaries out there.
Oh yeah, they did that thing on HBO, was it?
Where they would go to city, and
that was cool.
Do a little history of their local music scene and the clubs.
Yeah,
great. It was a great
It was off
series.
his,
Great documentary.
Last album or album before that?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
A couple of years back.
That was
I
real
think Dave
interesting.
Grohl has never written a bad song in his life.
No. No.
The Futo song, I wasn't.
I Learn to Fly's a great song.
Yeah.
It gets stuck in your head. It's the hook about that. It's
I
just
think that's
happy.
what made me want to strangle him with that.
Oh, I love
His
that
other
video.
tunes I like.
Yeah, I
It's
love
like
that
the
one.
only one I'm not crazy about.
Moyer's saying the Cars are one of the bands on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ballot, or not on the ballot, but are getting inducted.
Are they?
Yeah. Can you look that up? I want to know who's on the shirt, please. Them and Green Day maybe was on the ballot, or I don't know. They're still active though.
Yeah, well, that
Yeah,
doesn't
a lot
matter.
of bands are. So
Yeah,
Chili
they're-
Peppers
yeah.
got in.
They are?
Yeah, Chili Peppers got in like what, last year, 2 years ago?
Okay, so you
yeah,
can
you
still
can still be
kinda
active. Yeah,
Oh,
it's just-
okay.
I think you got to be in what 20 years,
20, 25 years
Yeah,
or something like that. Well, Green Day has been around for a while too, huh?
Yeah, but there's so many other bands I would expect before them.
Yeah, I would have gave them. They would have had like the Lifetime Achievement Award or something back like 40 years from now. Not right now.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I can think about a million other ones. All right, Moyer's checking in and he's saying Bon Jovi, The Cars, Dire Straits, Moody Blues, Nina Simone. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Nina Simone, what a voice on her. Dire Straits, Mark Knopfler,
Yeah.
he deserves it.
He
The
wouldn't-
Moody
he didn't want to.
Blues.
He didn't want to show up. Now that I remember that, he wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't show up.
Todd's saying Sound City is the name of Dave Grohl's documentary. Yeah, Sound City was awesome. He had a bunch of them. He went to L.A., they went to New York.
New Orleans, I
They
remember
went
New
to
Orleans. Going to a couple places that he went to and seeing. I was like, oh, that's cool. I've been there.
Yeah, they were in Preservation Hall playing a rock concert in little-ass Preservation
Yeah.
Hall. Like crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy. And then they went to New York. They went to D.C.,
Yeah.
of course, Seattle. You got to – all these little there was also many great scenes back then. And all those cities had cool things. Like we had a great scene going on in the 90s back in the day, and you guys were in the forefront of that, Tommy.
Yeah.
You were definitely
You picked up where I left off. We left off. So.
Yeah, but it slumped off, though.
Yeah, well,
that's the
it.
thing. It slumped off for a minute there.
I've been saying this. We got to get rid of Molly. We got to get some good rock and roll drugs again so we get people going to see bands. That's what we need.
That's
Molly,
what it
everyone wants to
is,
hear
man.
DJs and Molly. We need a good rock and roll drug.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
think about what started the Dead. It started all these, legendary bands, and there was a whole little scene going on.
So, all right, would you consider Fish like a band that could get in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
There's nobody that draws more than Fish out there right now. There's not one single band out there that draws more people than Fish.
Is
hands
the
down.
Dead in there?
Well, the Dead could probably draw as much as Fish do.
But is
the Dead's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Are they?
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah,
years
with
ago.
90 something. I
Because
got
it's
the-
really confusing.
I got
'cause,
the
like,
T-shirt.
I know,
from
like,
the- from the
even though I
Rock and Roll
hate
Hall.
them, but Kiss, people are pissed out. Kiss isn't in there.
Well, they're in there. Oh, no, they got in
but-
2 years ago.
Did they?
Yes.
'Cause I
Or
know
last year. Last year they got in.
Because I know that was Eddie Trunk's
Yeah,
like,
no, they're
big
in.
thing. He was all pissed
They got
off.
in last year.
Sure.
100%
Okay.
sure.
'Cause I know that was.
I don't hate Kiss.
I know, but I knew that was like Eddie Trunk's like really like he was pushing for Kiss to get in there, and I can understand what their
they should.
Well, they started a movement too.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
it's all about the music and the movement and what they do. It's not about you know what I'm saying.
I get it, and that's why I was kind of curious like why they wouldn't have gotten in earlier. You know what I mean? Because they were a huge band back in the day.
Huge. Ray saying, didn't Fish beat out Billy Joel or someone for attendance at the Utica Odd? Actually, the original, I don't think they broke that record, no. Who had the record at the Odd was Kiss, believe it or not, back in the 70s. I'm pretty sure, and we could check with Cheo on that one because I think he was the one behind all that. Or back in the 80s or whatever it was. I don't know. We've always heard that story from when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Like Kiss drew so many people. But actually what Fish,
77, wasn't it?
Fish beat out Billy Joel in most consecutive sold-out shows at Madison Square Garden.
Really?
Yeah. It was just this past year. They played 13 shows in a row, all sold out. And Billy Joel only did like 12 or something. And then he got mad and took offense to that. Yeah, there's like a little beef between Fish and
Really?
Billy Joel.
I didn't know
right
that.
now. Yeah. But, yeah, Fish should be in the Hall of Fame yesterday.
That's why I'm under, like.
They should have been, because
some of the bands that are in there like really have me kind of confused.
Fish has been around for 35 years.
Right.
35 years they've been going, touring strong and doing their thing, and they draw everywhere.
yeah,
I mean,
without
how
a
many
doubt.
times have you seen them? The Baker's Dozen, yeah, that's what it was called. The Baker's Dozen last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, legend. They're setting records left and right, and they're also trying to creep in on the Dead's record too. How many times they've played at MSG?
Oh, really?
They're close. Well, I don't know. I have to look at it into it, but there was talks about it. Like they're gonna break the record.
Okay, so
eventually.
like a band like
sure.
the Faces got in, right?
Rod Stewart though.
Rod, but it was Rod Stewart and the Face. Like he got in for 2.
Yeah, they can
Right.
do. You can do that.
I get that, but like, would you put them above a band like Fish? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they
Well, it depends on what the categories are though too.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? You're talking about.
Hall of Fame?
I know, but like, what are the categories as far as like number 1 hits go? Of course, Rod Stewart takes that. And Fish doesn't even chart.
No, I don't know how.
But is there a criteria to get
Right,
in
I
there?
don't-
There's got to be some
is
sort
there,
of.
like-
Well, you said like 20 years or something.
Right, but I'm just saying. Besides that, I mean, is there? Do they have something that they judge it on?
It's
or do you
it's
have to
some
be
sort
nominated?
of. Well, you do have to be nominated, and then I think the panel judges. I think that's what it is. They have some sort of committee that decides and.
I mean, Steve
makes
Miller
the
just said the whole
decision.
thing's a bunch of shit anyway.
Right.
So he was all.
And that's what's kind of got me. Like, there's some bands, and I'm like, really? These guys got in? I mean, they're
He
okay.
said it's more political than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Anything, yeah.
And that's why Eddie Trunk's always bitching about
Yeah.
it. Like, isn't Judas Priest should be in the Hall of Fame, don't you think? And I don't think
absolutely.
they're in it. It took Deep Purple forever to get
Yeah,
into the
right,
Rock and
another
Roll Hall of Fame.
AC/DC's got to be in there, right?
I imagine they got to be in there.
But they might be one of those bands that. 'cause I don't
I think
recall.
they got to be in there. If they're not, it's a tragedy.
Yeah, that'd be really bad if they're not. I don't remember hearing them being inducted. Ozzy? Is Ozzy? I know he's in there for Black Sabbath, but Ozzy should be another one that should
Right,
be in
as
as
a
a
solo
solo
Being their
artist.
solo artist, right?
You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm. I know Bernie Worrell is in there twice. He's in there for the Talking Heads, and he's also in there for P-Funk. There's a couple
Yeah, there's
musicians out there that have a
Double,
couple of them, yeah.
I know Seeger's in there he's in there, and he's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame as well. I thought it was really cool. Yeah, Kid Rock induct him. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's a sham. We'll have to tune in though this weekend and check it out. I would
You know
actually
what?
like to see Sambora and Bon Jovi get back together.
I try watching them. They're so freaking long. They're like 4 hours.
Mhm.
I mean, after a while, you just like, I want to see the music. I don't really give
Right.
2 shits about the speeches, and I want to see
I'm
some
with
good
you.
music.
I'm with you.
I'm glad the Beastie Boys got in.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Yeah, they absolutely
deserve it.
They
They're
created
another
a
one that
whole
started a
scene.
movement.
Yeah.
They
That's
started a
it.
movement. They were
Yeah.
the first rap album to go, on the charts like that.
And they're so multicultural. Like so many different styles of people, age groups, and races, and everybody likes the Beastie Boys. You know what I mean? So
Not everybody. I do know a couple people out there that don't
Really?
like them. Yeah, believe it or not.
communists, get out of this.
Yeah. I personally love them. But yeah, they deserve to be in there.
Yep.
Absolutely. Started a movement. And that's probably some of the criteria, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Fish started a movement. I'm sorry, I know the jam band thing carried on from the Dead and stuff, but they kind of flipped it into their own terms. Like, nobody throws a festival like Fish. I don't care what you say. I'll put any festival up against a Fish festival,
I'm not
and there's
disagreeing with you on
nothing
that,
like it
yeah.
And
in
I
the
think
world.
that's where they're going to get screwed is because they don't have those singles and
the mainstream
Yeah.
Right.
thing.
They don't have a mainstream hit.
They got just
But they
legions and legions of fans.
Yeah.
They're doing the Curveball this summer up in Watkins Glen in the middle of August, one of their festivals, and they'll draw 75,000 people to that thing.
Oh,
There'll
yeah.
be 75,000 people there, and they make it so interactive. And Fish is the only band that could put on a festival where they are the only band on the festival.
Right, yeah. The other ones need to support.
And it's cool because you go and you watch them for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then they take a break, and you just go and walk around this wonderland that they created, and there's just so much to look at, and you're just like, where am I? It's amazing what they do, all the interaction, and there's a tent that they put on game shows, and you do like what is it called, like a scavenger hunt. It's wild. It's wild what they do.
Awesome.
And there's rides and just crazy vendors and so much stuff to look at. Nobody does it like Fish. Talking the other day, actually, when we were in Las Vegas and we were on road with Joe Mama, and we were kind of tailing around Fish, playing in the parking lots and stuff. And we were at Thomas Mack Center in Las Vegas, which was a night I'll never forget, even though I was on a lot of hallucinogens. Anyways, Joe Mama was playing, and all of a sudden I turn around, and there's your brother. There's Captain Tripp.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing here? He goes, hey, Fish is in town. I decided to come out too, So we were hanging out with Vinny for a while, but he came out solo.
Yeah.
He was just hanging out in Vegas by himself.
Oh, yeah, he used to do that all the time.
He did. He's in the big casino in the sky right now.
Yep.
You know he's at a casino right now, right?
Guaranteed.
Rolling dice.
Yep.
Rolling dice with Jerry.
Or not yo, Nickel yo.
But yeah, he was out there. I'd like to know who's checking in on the Disruption Network, because they're saying Lou Reed, Peter Gabriel, Eric Clapton, Paul McCartney all in once would be your and that's probably JP, I'm thinking.
I'm thinking, too.
I'm thinking that's JP.
Sounds like his list.
Yeah. What's Soap Dish Castle? Oh, it is JP. Ray, what's Soap Dish Castle? I'd like to know what that is. So, the Great Went back in '95. They had a tiny shack filled with the bumper cars, but the cars were different kitchen appliances. Yeah. That was in '97. Great Went. '96 was Clifford Ball. They started the trend, though. Clifford Ball started the whole festival thing. Yeah, I mean, there was other festivals, but I'm talking outdoor camping, 75, 80,000. I think Clifford Ball had over 100,000. And then when they had the ones up in Maine, there'd be like 100,000 people at these festivals. And this is 20, 25 years ago. And they're still doing it at that level.
It's amazing. It really is.
Yeah. Here's a list of some snubs for the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So we got Depeche Mode, LL Cool J, MC5, Kate Bush, The Zombies, Judas Priest, and the Eurythmics. And then Rage Against the Machine and a little band called Radiohead.
Radiohead should definitely be in their hands down. So should Rage, I think.
I agree.
And then I also think, why isn't the MC5 in there? Are you kidding me? They started Judas
Priest
as well. They were like the first, and then Priest. Those would be and the Rhythmics too. Annie Lennox.
Yeah,
I mean, she wrote a lot of great songs back in the day. Sweet dreams are made of these.
They got a whole other list here too.
Judas Priest too.
Yeah,
I mean, of course.
Nick Drake.
But MC5, they started that whole punk movement in a way. If you think about it, you listen to some of that MC5, they came out way before punk music did.
Sure.
And they were the first political band. They were out there protesting in the 60s, protesting Vietnam and all the other crazy shit that was going on back then.
Like I said, it's probably political. They probably don't.
Of course. And because they were political, that's probably why they don't get in.
And Judas Priest should definitely be in there, like we
probably
said.
The same thing with Rage. Yeah, of course.
Right?
God, how long they been going? Judas Priest's been together since 1971.
And they got
72.
The hits. They got the hits to support it.
Right.
I mean, I know they early on in their career, they believed to be satanic and shit like that, just like Ozzy and all that.
Actually, that didn't happen until the 80s. They were together in the 70s.
Right.
And they didn't really start blowing up to the late 70s. And then in the 80s, when they changed their gear and started dressing in S&M gear and leather and stuff, that's when Judas Priest really started to take off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should be in there.
Absolutely.
Hands down. LL Cool J is like one of those, in the hip-hop world, I mean, the dude's a mainstay. I mean, he's a staple in that.
So Mama said knock you out.
I used to walk around with a big boom box in the 80s. Eh?
You did?
Yeah.
This is when you were DJ Mullet?
Yep.
DJ Mullet in the house, yo.
They got
you had a big old boom box?
Yeah.
Did you put it on the shoulder?
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have a Kango?
No.
No.
Okay, so they got some more snubs here.
Okay.
Nick Drake. I'm not really familiar with him at all, but Depeche Mode.
They're borderline. They have some hits, but they're borderline.
This one I really think Motorhead. I mean,
a legacy type of thing. Yeah, I could see that. Not for hits, of course. I mean, they only had the one hit.
Right.
But Lemmy should be in there because how many songs did he write, though?
But he's an icon, too.
He's an icon. And how many songs did he write? He wrote so many songs for Ozzy and other people as well. Like, I
2005 picked up a Grammy for Best Metal Performance for their cover of Whiplash. I mean, they're the metal gods. Then they got Devo. I'm not.
I mean, they were still. They had some kind of a movement.
In the MTV Hall of Fame.
Yeah, right.
New
they
Order
still did something.
New Order, MTV Hall of Fame.
Television.
That was one of those punk bands that came out of CBGB's television from
Pixies.
Back in the day.
Yeah, see, some of these are like Iron Maiden.
Maiden's not in. Maiden should be in.
Yeah, Maiden should
They're
be
like,
definitely.
There should be a heavy metal rock Hall of Fame or something.
You know, Maiden is the version of Fish, if you think about it, when it comes to
Good
legions
point.
and legions of fans.
And kind of like that weird underground, but everybody knows them type of thing.
Right.
You know, like
iconic. And then their logo and Eddie and all that. Everybody knows what that is.
Roxy Music. Not really familiar with them.
I don't know.
No.
Sonic Youth. I don't think they're
maybe in
worthy.
the Grunge Hall of Fame.
Brian Eno.
Let's
see here. Kate Bush. But then she. Oh, we were already
She's
talking
on there
about
twice.
She was part of that other list. The Cure. That's interesting.
Yeah.
They're like one of those borderline.
They're borderline. They're borderline.
They're a pretty big band back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Bjork. I don't see she. Hall of Famer. Tina Turner. Holy shit, yes.
Really?
Tina Turner's not in
They
the
should
Hall
have
of
built
Fame.
it around her.
Around her boobs. She's not in the Hall of Fame.
Snubbed 19 times.
19, and we're like 45.
How the hell is Tina Turner not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
And she's simply the best.
We don't need another hero. The Smiths. Yeah.
They're in the alternative Hall of
John
Fame.
Coltrane.
Jazz Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Joy Division.
Alternative Hall of Fame.
Whiny Houston.
Whiny?
DJ Mullet. Whiny.
I don't know.
She
should be in the Adult Contemporary Hall of Fame.
You don't see too many pop singers in the Rock Hall of Fame, and I kind of like it because it's not rock.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, although there is hip hop.
But hip hop is a form of rock, though. If you think about it, that's kind of how it was.
It's the antithesis of rock.
Yeah.
It's like
They
the
were
other side. Like,
but these
you know what I
DJs were playing rock beats while these guys were rapping over the top of them.
No, and I get it, but it's like it's the same attitude as rock. You know, the same like outlawish type style.
Now it's all bougie.
And the number one snub is Radiohead. So
They're the number one snub?
That's what the guy's list is, number one, yeah.
To me, the number one snub on that would probably, honestly, would be the MC5.
Tina Turner.
And then Tina Turner.
Is Fish actually in?
No. I don't think Fish will ever be in. Though their hot dog is hanging in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know the hot dog they would come in on New Year's Eve? They did a couple times where they floated in on a hot dog and they got to the stage and they got off the hot dog and played. That hot dog is hanging in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Dead used to do on New Year's Eve with the joint.
Do something stupid or just something kind of kooky. They always do something crazy. This year on New Year's Eve, what they did was they gave everybody like wristbands or something that glue up, that lit up, and it was all LED, and they went to the music and some cool
Taylor
stuff.
Swift did that too.
Coldplay does that
yeah,
too.
That's kind of cool.
It's very cool.
It really is.
Yeah, gives a little more extra.
I wasn't at the Taylor Swift show. Let's just get that out there. I saw it.
You liar.
Peter Frampton's not in either.
Really? I was conceived of Peter Frampton.
Oh. I was conceived to Frank, so.
Were ya?
What about the Smashing Pumpkins? Are they worthy?
Borderline.
The Replacements? Willie freaking Nelson?
Really?
Is he rock and roll, though?
He's got
I
some.
know, but it's like...
Is he rock and roll?
No, but it's...
Yeah. He's iconic, of course.
Yeah.
Fucking Willie Nelson.
He better be in the Country Hall of Fame, or there's something wrong with
real
that
problems there.
committee.
Slayer, but I don't see Slayer getting in.
Slayer will never get in. The only thrash metal band, Metallica's already in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the only one you'll see in there.
Yeah, because they got Megadeth listed on here too, but
yeah, they'll
I
never
just don't
get
see
in.
that. Soundgarden.
Alternative.
I think they got a
It's-
better chance.
they're a
next
borderline.
year, now that Chris Cornell has passed. I feel like
it's borderline though. I feel like they're not gonna get in.
I think maybe next year.
We would love to see them get in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's an iconic band.
Yeah.
All the other grunge area bands are getting. Well, Alice in Chains, did they get in? I don't think they got in.
Maybe there should be subcategories, not just one caveat. There should be some subcategories.
Dick Dale, remember?
Yeah, the surf guy, the surf guitar guy.
They got him listed here, but
Yeah.
Tina Turner.
Out of the Seattle bands, the first band that should go into the RR Hall of Fame, if Nirvana already isn't in it, Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam, yep.
Nirvana's probably already in, right? I feel like Nirvana is.
I feel
in
like
it.
Alice in Chains should be in there too.
Yeah,
they're still doing it, and
Pearl Jam definitely though. Pearl
Oh,
Jam
yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
belongs in the
absolutely
in there. Out of the Seattle bands,
Captain Beefheart.
Who's Captain?
I just want to say Captain Beefheart.
Heard the name.
Yeah, we know the song. I know there's a song
Yeah.
out there, and if I wish I could, but Facebook they're kind of
Isn't it-
pricks with us about playing music.
T-Rex and Warren Zevon.
Oh, our good old friend Warren Zevon.
Warren played the club, right?
Yeah.
Warren.
Werewolves.
I don't know. Classic Rock Hall of Fame for sure.
Yeah.
Both of them. And T-Rex played a lot. Okay, JP saying Pearl Jam got in last year and he was inducted by David Letterman. So great, awesome.
Yeah.
Goes to show you how much I tune into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, we never pay attention to that.
9 Inch Nails.
Nah, they're not getting in.
Really?
Yeah. What hits other than Closer?
Closer.
And,
Don't Bite the Hand That Feeds You.
Yeah,
Had
but
Like
these-
a Hole.
Had Like a Hole, but
Hurt.
there's probably like 2 or 3 that charted.
I mean, Hurt
you know?
was #1 in 2 different artists.
Yeah, well,
You know
Johnny
what I mean?
Cash is in there.
Cash.
But do you make the argument because Johnny Cash is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, should Willie Nelson be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, that is a good point.
That is a good point. And because they do cross genres. I mean,
Yeah.
like we were just talking about some of the hip hop artists. You know, and they got Motown artists in there as well.
True.
This also has Janet Jackson.
Oh, I love Janet. I still love Janet. I still have a crush. I've had a crush on her since she was on Different Strokes.
And they got Kraftwerk on here, but I don't really know if that's.
Back in the day, remember what was it? What was the name of that video? The Pleasure Principle. And she was doing the dance, and she was all solo, and she would do the chair, and she would jump on the chair and go to the other side. I used to try to pull that move off. Love Janet Jackson. Oh, my God. Love her.
So you love that Super Bowl with Justin Timberlake?
Love that. I kept it on pause. Saw a little nip, a little flash there. Yeah, Janet. Though, I don't know. Does she belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? She's definitely got a lot of hits out there.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I just
nasty
feel like
boys.
some of those pop stars,
Yeah,
the whole
right.
pop genre doesn't belong in there, I think. Like
Rock-
her with Whitney Houston and her, I put in the same category. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, well,
And then what about Michael Jackson? Where does he fall?
he's in there, isn't he? He's got to be in
Yeah,
there.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't have a list of who's in there. I just had a list of who got snubbed.
He's got to be in there. It's Michael Jackson.
Well, I imagine he'd be on the snub list if he wasn't in there.
Right.
Yeah.
I can imagine he's.
I mean, if they put Janet, then
Love me some Janet. What about Tito Jackson? Is he on there?
makes good vodka, but
Tito Jackson? Jackie Jackson? None of that? No.
No.
Not in
over
there?
here looking like Freddie Jackson.
But yeah, there's a bunch of snubs that should be in. Who knows? And where do they come up with the list too? Like every
Right.
year.
Right. And
What's the criteria? We
who
need to
decides
figure
on
out
that?
the
Yeah, we
criteria.
gotta
It's a
give-
committee. I know it's a committee, and
But
they get
who
in.
nominates who, or is it by like writers or?
Because there's some people that
producers
get
or
in there, you're like,
record companies?
really? These
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah, there's a bunch. JP saying, believe it or not, Bjork has 30-plus worldwide top 40 hits and has sold more than 50 million albums. Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
International.
I did not know that.
The only song I remember from her was that Army of You.
Yeah.
When it had the heavy drums in the beginning, and
Yep.
they used to play it on K-Rock
That's a
like
great
every
tune,
5
though.
minutes.
Yeah.
It was a great song. Absolutely. Great song. I didn't know that, though. She killed it. 25
Must be
years.
more overseas, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Europe, and I mean, so what is it? Is it just?
Well, in that case, Manowar and David Hasselhoff should be in there.
David Hasselhoff.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
JP's also saying 25 years after you release your first studio album.
Okay.
That's I think that's the number one criteria. And I'm sure hits definitely get
That's like
factored
what
into
makes
it.
you eligible.
Yeah.
She may be Ray saying she may have sold a bunch of hits, but she's still the train wreck. Oh, yeah.
Bjork's a train wreck.
Is she?
I'm sure. Or maybe you're thinking Sinead O'Connor because they're both bald. Wasn't Bjork bald? I don't.
That's Courtney Love.
Oh. JP saying charts, sales, and legacy. That's more of the criteria. So legacy for sure.
So that's probably where Fish falls down. Is like they don't have the
Legacy and sales. Oh, they got sales. Ticket sales.
Ticket sales, but not album sales.
They got album sales too.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll take your word for it,
They've
'cause
got millions sold. They've got millions.
Because I know, like usually, like with one of the things on the Dead was they didn't sell a lot of albums, but they sold tons of concert tickets.
Right. Well, the whole day and age back in the '90s, where people are actually buying CDs back then too. And actually, today they released Billy Breed.
Wait a minute, is Dave Matthews in this? Is he in the Hall of Fame?
He should be.
But he shouldn't be ahead of Judas Priest.
He shouldn't be ahead of Fish either, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Dave's got more
Dave's
hits.
way more mainstay.
Way
like
hits, more mainstream for sure.
But more than Judas Priest?
I hear you.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I hear you.
I don't know.
But today, Fish.
Sexuality thing for him.
Today, Fish released Billy Breeze on album, on vinyl. So that's kind of a big thing. A re-release of Billy Breeze. That was put out, what, 96, I think it was? One of my favorite Fish albums. JP saying Fish sold 3 million albums.
And I think that they're going to keep getting snubbed because they're in that weird genre where
there's no genre.
Right. Where like the people that are doing the committee have no idea of their existence. I mean, they might know have heard of them or whatever, or like as a joke, people making fun, like as a Dead band, but never really looked into it.
And they're nothing like the Dead.
No, not at all.
And Ray Ray saying Rift is the best Fish album, hands down. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Billy Breeze. I love the first one, Yenta, with all the classic songs on there too. But Rift is definitely a great album as well. I like when they put out the live albums. What they'll do is they'll just go back into the archives and they'll release a live album from like SPAC or wherever. You know, they did the Utica one when they played in Utica in October. It was 10-10-10 or 10-10-12 or whatever the date was.
We did that party at the Uptown.
Yeah.
The release party for that.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was a fun day.
I was never really a big fan of the live albums only because the recording was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it's gotten way better, I enjoy them more.
Well, Fish is that live band. They're not a studio band at all.
Same thing with
musicians.
the Dead. They're not captured on a.
You can't capture
No,
that.
you
JP
can't.
said Utica was a DVD release.
It was a DVD release. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was cool.
I got that DVD.
Crazy night. That was a crazy, crazy night. We had a wild one that night, too, at the EC. I had Al play with Sam Kinninger, and it was just this all-star band that Al assembled. It was cool. It was a great night.
Sounds like a good time.
I had to leave the Fish show. It was so hot in there. I had like an anxiety attack. I had to get out of there. There was too many people. I was like, that's the day I realized I can't be around crowds anymore. Had to go.
Who promoted that show?
Chayo.
Was it Chayo?
Yeah, that was a Chayo show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Chayo show. That's a legendary show. A lot of those people still talk about that show today. A lot of the Fish fans, it's like, of that year was their favorite. Because it was just so hot and sweaty. Even the walls were sweating in that place. It was so bad, I had to get out of there.
That was the old Odd.
The old Odd, right. They didn't have any ventilation.
No, now it's unbelievable.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I haven't even been in there since they remodeled it.
It's great.
Chicken.
I know. I want to go check it out.
Chicken.
It looks.
Mad at you, boy.
I deserve that.
I haven't dropped one in a while.
I deserve it. That looks great.
Really?
Though.
You haven't been in there at
I
all?
haven't had an opportunity. No.
Oh, you gotta go.
Oh, the Odd's amazing.
Dude,
it
I
definitely
seriously-
can handle that show now.
Oh,
People-wise, it's still going to be packed to the gills if Fish were ever to come back. But you'd be able to breathe in there. And the ventilation. And
even in by the ice, it's still warm. Before you would freeze in the Devils games. Now it's just like you don't even need a coat. It's great.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
Well,
He really
Rob
did.
Ash has done.
Rob did a hell of a.
He did.
Yep.
He did an amazing job.
It's awesome that they finally got it. Like we said, finally get it sponsored and taken care of. You know what I mean? Like they made it. You just drive by it. Just driving by it looks amazing.
They need more concerts there, though.
Yeah.
They need to do more shows.
They do.
They need to have something happen. And I know they're busy all the time. They got youth hockey and skate programs and, of course, comic games and Utica College as well. But they could sprinkle in a concert here.
I feel like it finally almost like legitimizes Utica a little bit.
Oh,
you
it
know what I
is.
mean?
Hands down.
Oh, yeah.
Gives you like something to be proud of.
It's a destination now. Before it was just now it's a destination. It's really beautiful. There it is. They did a great job.
It's legendary.
Yeah.
It is absolutely legendary.
But it's hard to put on a show there, I tell you. It's just kind of like the Stanley. There's union people, and you're paying for people that aren't there. You're paying for cops at $120 an hour. It's a hell of an expense.
Yeah.
I mean, we put on one show there, and we sold it out, and we barely made any money.
What'd you do there?
The Madden brothers there. What the
John Madden?
No, the Joel and we did them at the bar a couple times too. Why am I drawing a blank? They're kind of punk, modern rock. I'll think of it.
Green Day?
No, close. Close.
Billy Joel?
I can't think right now. They could squeeze some shows in Adeline, saying absolutely they could squeeze some shows in there. It'd be great. It's a great facility.
It is.
I don't think that they have so many bars in there too.
I think if they had the parking on the other side of the road, like more that lot there.
They use it. That's what they use.
It would keep less traffic going across the street, and they wouldn't need all the cops there to direct traffic.
Right.
Yeah, you need cops there you do public safety concerns and.
Well, I'm saying like if you kept the parking more to the other side than crossing the street. But
the other thing is too is when he gets this Nexus Center going, that's really going to put Utica back on the map. They knocked down that building already, right across from the Odd, the old Tartan Textile.
Oh, okay.
They knocked that down, and they're going to turn that into a tournament facility. So in the summertime, he's going to put ice down that way. And then Rob, let me tell you how smart Rob Esch is. The guy is super smart. In the summertime, he's putting ice down so you can have summer hockey programs, and that way it's not competing with New Hartford, Clinton, and Whitestown. Great idea. And then in the wintertime, he's going to put the grass down or the artificial turf and do lacrosse and indoor soccer. And the Nexus thing, it's gonna be a tournament facility. So there's gonna be people and kids and parents coming from all over the Northeast.
No flag football?
Probably. Who knows?
I was gonna say flag football gets pretty big.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
They throw a casino down there.
No casino. I don't think we need a casino. We got one.
We got too many damn casinos.
We got one already.
There's like 30 casinos in New York State now. It's ridiculous.
Is it really?
Yeah.
30?
30 of them.
See, I thought they signed some kind of deal with the Turning Stone that you couldn't. They couldn't put another casino.
It would be the Turning Stone that's doing it. They're talking
is that
about.
What
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
We never talked about putting that downtown, right?
But yeah, they're putting it next to the Odd. It's going to connect to the Odd.
I don't think it's a great idea.
I don't think so either. People have a hard enough time giving their money to them now. Imagine if it's so close.
Yeah.
It would be more jobs. It would be a lot more jobs, better paying jobs than what normally is around. I mean, the casino does pay okay,
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte. Somebody text you?
No, I had to look it up.
I had to look it up. Yeah. Good Charlotte. They're still out there doing it, aren't they?
They got,
Yeah?
Eyeliner and all.
But, we're talking about hockey arenas, and we do got to mention Clinton Arena. We mentioned it the other day. That was awesome.
Great.
How cool is that? Yeah. They won the Craft Hockeyville contest. You get $150,000 in upgrades, and then they're talking about putting an NHL preseason game there, right? But I heard that they might move it to the Odd, though.
I would imagine. You can only fit about 1,000 people in there. It's just way too small.
Yeah. You walk into Clinton Arena, it feels like 1955.
Yeah.
You feel like you step in a time machine.
So what do you do for like updates? You know what I mean? Like, do you?
Well, it probably needs a roof.
Well, that's where that money's going, is to the
air
roof.
Conditioning, heating. That's probably going to take up most of that money.
Okay.
From what I heard over the weekend at the Barden Mudfest, because Clinton's right there,
right.
People were telling me the roof was leaking horrible. So they need to put another roof on that. And that's where it's going to start. And I think most of that money is going to go to that, which it should.
It'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, that's a legendary arena.
Yeah.
I just didn't know, like, if you're giving a facelift, do you try to keep it almost like a nostalgic look, or do you try to, like, modernize it? Because it's going to cost you. Yeah, I was going to say.
That's going to cost a lot of money. I mean, $150,000, does it help? Yes. Is it enough? No. There's no way that's
a lot
enough.
of money. That roof is probably $75,000 alone.
That's probably more than that, right? That's going to be expensive. But who knows? Maybe they can get some sort of a deal after winning this, and
be nice.
And maybe they get a kickback from the Comets if they steal that NHL game on them. But that would be cool to have NHL come to the Odd,
right?
Or to the Clinton Arena, wherever.
The Rangers and the Sabres or something like that would be just legendary.
I'll take the Wild and the Coyotes.
Yeah,
I don't care. Right. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it would be cool if it's a Northeast team.
It probably will be a local team or somewhere where they don't have to travel. I know it's not going to be, all the stars, but at least it's going to be.
Yeah. My prediction: the Devils and the Penguins.
That'd be cool.
That's my prediction. But Crosby won't show. No, it would be cool. No matter who shows up,
would
it
lose
doesn't
his
matter.
mind.
He would lose his mind. No matter who shows up.
I guarantee you, whoever it is, the casino's going to get involved. They're going to be. Everyone's going to be staying at. All the players will be staying at the casino.
Of course.
Sure.
That's the way to do it. I mean, they were smart sponsoring the AHL game.
Yeah.
Or the All-Star game.
All-Star game.
They were smart by sponsoring. All those guys stayed up there. They did a weekend where you meet and greets, and people come out and hang out at the casino.
I'm sure they gambled.
Yeah, of course. The Turning Stone's a great facility. It really is. They got some cool things going on up there.
Good restaurants and
Good
stuff.
restaurants, some great clubs.
Weren't they supposed to be building like a mall?
Outlet mall, yeah. I don't know what's going on with that, if they ever broke ground or not.
They got great clubs. I love the Gig. I think that the Gig is the best venue in all of the area, our area.
I like it, man. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird when you're peeing in the mouths.
I like it, actually. I put my shit right in their mouth. I put it right in there. But, no, it's a great facility. And then, of course, the Tin Rooster. You walk into that place.
It's fun.
It doesn't smell like Doughboy BBQ.
No,
but
not as good as Doughboy.
No,
but it's
definitely
it's
not.
Cool.
Yeah, right. Right, exactly. Exactly. You got that. And then Lava. Every time I go to Lava, I don't feel like I'm in the area. I feel like I'm in New York City or out of a club in L.A. because what they did to that place is phenomenal.
And they got Turquoise Tiger.
Awesome. That's cool if you want to just go and chill and listen to some good jazz music or go listen to our girl Zizi sing.
And it's cool, though. You know, you could go get a room so you don't have to, like, drive home.
Yeah.
Just stay right there.
Get drunk. Do your thing. Go upstairs.
You might see a girl or two there. I don't know.
Yeah, one or two.
Like New Year's Eve there every night.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but it was cool that the AHL game, hockey, the All-Star game, had those people up there for that, for all the players. And maybe, like you said, they'll be up there for the preseason game. On the subject of hockey, I got to give a lot of love out to the Las Vegas Golden Knights last night for sweeping. It is my team right now, for sure. I love those guys right now. They're killing it. Marc-Andre Fleury was a wall last night. I was up till like 1:30 in the morning going nuts in my house. It's cool. It's very first year in the NHL, and they already made. They were like
hell of an expansion team, I gotta say.
Hell of an expansion team. They made it all the way to the second round, and they've been the best team in the West all year. First team in the league, our first year in the league.
So how did they in NHL? How do they create a expansion team? Like, do they do an expansion draft?
That's how they did it. Most of the teams in the NHL leave a couple players on waivers or unclaimed, and so they get to pick like that, and that's how they did it. And their first pick was Marc-Andre Fleury.
Did they get like a first pick in the draft overall or anything like that? Or
I don't know. Actually.
Do they do a draft in NHL?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's huge. Yeah, they have to. I don't know about the regular draft, but as far as the expansion draft goes, that's what they did. Every team in the league leaves a couple players unprotected, and then you go through and they pick whoever. And they picked a lot of people. Well, they picked that Fleury and Neal from the Pittsburgh. I think they leave two or three players unprotected. It's not just one I think it's a couple.
That's interesting to create a team out of nothing
and already be in the second round of the playoffs. They swept the Kings, and the Kings have Stanley Cups. They're a great team. They've got a lot of great players on that, and they swept them. That's huge.
Predators aren't too bad though.
Predators are good, and I'm scared of the Sharks.
Yeah,
Sharks are a scary team. They're a scary team. And in the East, Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't count out Pittsburgh. So there's some.
Yeah,
And Boston.
The
Bruins are insane right now. Oh, my God.
Speaking of Boston.
Oh, my God.
I just got to give my love to the Celtics for last night.
They won last night?
Yep.
Did they?
Won again. Jaylen Brown became the youngest player in the Celtics history to get 30 points in a playoff game.
Wow. Boston's on fire right now.
And they're doing it with all random people.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, Terry Rozier. I mean, the kid is third string, 23 points again.
But I mean, the city of Boston itself. With the Bruins and now the Celtics are actually prevalent again.
I love that garden, though. Have you been to the new garden there?
No.
It's beautiful.
Yeah?
Beautiful.
You saw the dead there, huh? Yeah. It's great.
I think Boston, I know Yankee fans are going to hate me saying this, but really is the title town.
Right now it is, for sure.
I mean, you got
the
Patriots,
the Patriots,
the Celtics.
Yeah, the Bruins won a couple titles recently, but it was like 09 or something. They won a
like the Red Sox are the shittiest team in Boston.
Right, and then and you think about it, in 04, they won in 04. They've won 3 times since they broke the curse.
And they're always in contention too.
Oh yeah,
you know,
they're the best team in the AL right now, the Red Sox.
So I mean, you give me another city that has that much success in sports.
New York.
Well, what about Brady, though?
Knicks haven't won shit in years.
What's happening with Brady? I hear Brady and
Stormy Daniels. He was going to break her legs. Did you see the picture?
Wait, Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Why, he was banging Stormy Daniels too?
No. He threatened her not to say anything about Trump. You didn't see the whole.
No.
She had a sketch artist draw the guy out. He looks just like Tom Brady. Yeah. He's a hitman on the side. Yeah.
The Trump crime family.
Yeah.
But you think about like Boston. I mean, New York. Okay, so like the Jets haven't been that good.
Yeah. Please don't talk about my Jets.
The Knicks haven't been very good
At all. They haven't won once
You know
since the
what I mean?
70s. The Yankees haven't won since 09.
The Mets.
You got the
Giants.
Giants. That's
They
it.
had
But,
a
I
lot
mean,
of
they got
promise
so-
this year, the Yanks. They had a lot of promise, but I don't know what the hell.
It's the weather.
Yeah, it could be.
But like, what other team has more success? I mean, even if you look at teams like L.A. and whatever. But I just Boston seems to be
Boston's a great town, too. I mean, I
JP
love Boston.
JP's checking and he's saying Chicago.
except for the Bears. Fuck you, JP.
But he's right. Like the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
You know, of course, you can't forget about the Cubs 2
Bulls.
years ago. And the Bulls, how many titles have they won? They
But
won 6.
You're also talking almost
I was
10
down there for the
that was
Cubs.
almost-
That was a lot of
The
fun.
Blackhawks won 3 Stanley Cups recently.
15 years ago that the Bulls were in contention.
Right.
But
What's happening? I was talking to my uncle today. He was telling me about Brady and Belichick. Are they are on the outs or something? They're trying
Well,
to get rid of Belichick?
I think it's a lot of speculation. But what the rumors were is when they got rid of Garoppolo, Brady was getting all butthurt because Garoppolo was supposed to be the next heir to take over. And then they ended up trading him, for a second-round pick. And so, like, Belichick wanted to keep him. He wanted him to be Brady's successor. But Brady threw a fit because he didn't want, he thought he was going to be edged out soon.
Brady's ego's getting
Oh,
him.
my
Right,
God.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's got to be huge.
So if you're Belichick, you got to be kind of pissed because you got this young kid that you're grooming to be your quarterback, and now the owner's taking your quarterback side and shipping him all the way to San Fran.
Huh.
So now he's got
He was a hell of a quarterback. He's going to be a good quarterback.
right. So now they got to go back out and find the next heir to Tom Brady. And then a lot of people are saying Belichick got pissed and that he might be leaving. That's why they kept Josh Daniels.
Question for you: Where is Brady on
Josh
the
McDaniels.
Where is Brady on the list of contributions to charities, as far as athletes go? Remember we talked about LeBron James the other day. He's like number 5 of athletes that
I gotta
contribute
feel like
to a lot of money.
J.J. Watt's got to be on there too.
Oh yeah, for sure, he's got to be. But where's Brady on that list? I want to know where his
Probably towards the bottom.
right. Don't you? I feel like
I mean, I
he's,
can't stand him anyways because I'm a Jet fan. So he's probably the last.
He's got.
You never see him out there promoting any
Doing
kind
anything
of.
but
I feel like
fun
he just
stuff.
hides.
Yeah.
Right? And then every now and then you'll see him make an appearance on maybe Fallon, or he'll come on to, like, when he was on Entourage for a second, he made a cameo on that, or some kind of weird
Him
show.
and
but-
Giselle are in Dubai or something. I think. Picture
Yeah.
of them on a camel. Did you see that?
I feel like Brady does not contribute to charities at all. Well, maybe he does, and
We
I'm
don't
sure
know, yeah.
all these players have like some sort of foundation that they gotta, write. They
Right.
use it as a write-off or whatever, and
You just
help
gotta
kids.
hate
But
him because he's so damn good looking and got a hot wife and all the
See,
money and
I don't find it I think he's got this big mongoloid looking head. His
I-
head is huge and it's just so awkward looking.
I bet you
mean,
9 times.
I haven't looked that hard.
8 out
at
of
him.
10 women are gonna say he's good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's Tom Brady. If he was Joe Schmo on the street,
Yeah, maybe you got
they
a
might
point.
say, he's all right.
Yep. The baseline's checking this. Says love all the sports talk today. We've been all over the place. Man.
Yeah,
I went
we-
from music and sports about the only 2 things I know in life. So
What else
I know
is there?
barbecue. That's all I know.
chicken. He's making brisket this year.
Oh, yeah, I heard this.
Yeah, brisket. He said it at the top of the show.
We're going to be his guinea pigs, right?
Yeah,
Of course.
definitely. I'll bring
Of course.
Once we get up and running here, this, like I said, the 420 is our first day. The Doughboys is going to be out. JK Lumber, 11 to 2. Come on down. We'll have all the favorites: mac and cheese, pulled pork, pulled chicken,
I like the
sandwiches.
pulled chicken. Do it every night.
That's a good one.
Mad at you, boy.
Addie's saying if chicken calls your head big.
See, I know something about big heads.
That's funny. No, I mean ego-wise, though. Ego. I mean, you can imagine Tom Brady's just got this massive ego.
Oh, yeah.
You know he does.
And you can tell whenever, same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Whenever they have like a bad game or they lose, you see the dick come out of them. You know what I mean?
Well, everybody, though.
Yeah, I mean,
There's some guys
that's-
that could shut it off. You know who was really good at shutting it off was Derek Jeter. You could
Yeah,
tell
he's a
nothing
class-
ever bothered that guy.
Like a
He
classy
knew how to
dude, he
roll it
seemed.
off
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just kind of, go about his business. He was very good at that.
When he was single, did you hear that rumor how he used to give after he banged the broads, he'd give him a parting bag with all like autographs
Yes.
and stuff.
I'd bang him just for that.
Oh, yeah, right? I got a signed baseball.
Derek Jeter, man.
Thank you for flying Jeter.
Jeter did it right, though. He stayed single his whole career. His whole career, he stayed single. And imagine the shit he got away with, too, in New York City that just got swept under the rug or nobody wanted to blow him in because he's Derek Jeter. Why are you going to blow? You just, I partied with Derek Jeter last night, you know?
Well, Bandage just saying Jeter also managed to keep out of the spotlight.
He was very good at it.
Yeah, he wasn't no scandals, no
scandals or any of that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain players that manage to stay out of the spotlight. They're huge players.
Yeah.
You know, like Larry Fitzgerald.
Can shoot himself in the leg with a gun. Or
yeah, right. I feel like some of these guys gain popularity because they're always in the spotlight or in the news talk and shit like that. Like Terrell Owens, you know, those kind of guys. But
I read a thing at Derek Jeter's wedding. Everybody had to put their cell phone in a basket. No cell phones were allowed at all.
Pictures,
no pictures,
Smart.
no nothing, and just that's
look what happened to Odell Beckham.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you let somebody in with a camera, and then they're taking pictures of you doing blow with some hookers.
Right.
You know. Can't keep anything.
Never did that.
You can't trust a hooker with blow. Who can you trust?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's how I was reading. The same thing. Go ahead.
He goes, I know it's sacrilege to discuss Jeter in the less than the glowing terms, but he isn't and wasn't a saint.
We know that. Of course we know that.
But he's just smart about it.
You kidding me? There was that meme that was going around last year, and he put it. Not that he did, but some guy made a meme, and it was girls in every position of the baseball diamond of all the hot models that he's banged throughout the years. Minka Kelly and then whoever else. And yeah, that was a funny meme. Right.
Yeah,
right. Derek Jeter, man, that's probably the only guy I'd probably get starstruck from.
Really?
I would be like hummada.
See, like
I'd get totally starstruck from.
My brother, he was working in the casino, Hard Rock Casino down in Tampa, and they called him in. They're like, "Listen, you're gonna have your own section. We're gonna close it off. You can't really talk about it." He ended up talking about it anyway. But he said these two guys come in, Charles Oakley and Michael Jordan. My brother is like a huge basketball fan. He's a diehard Celtics fan, but he is also a huge Jordan fan. So he was just like, "Wow, this is awesome." But he just ended up shooting the shit with the guys.
That's awesome.
He said Jordan was awesome. They were cool. They're just breaking balls. So can you imagine that, Jordan?
JP's coming through with that meme I was talking about. He just sent it over. I'll have to show it to you guys. It's pretty cool. It's all the hot supermodels he's banged throughout the year on the baseball diamond.
You know who's another Virginius is
Virginius?
John Mayer. Some of the girls he's been with are amazing.
Right?
Oh my God.
Is he still with Katy Perry?
No, I don't think so.
No, not
You know,
together
I
anymore.
wanted to hate him when I seen him with Dead and Company. I'm like,
he's amazing.
He's
he really,
fucking
he
great.
is
Hang on.
He is great.
Every deadhead in the world wanted to hate him,
That's
and they
right.
couldn't understand why he was there until they went
Yeah.
to go see that show.
John Mayer's dead.
He definitely, I was like, really, this little, whatever.
Yeah, because he wears the stupidest thing. In
Your
Boston,
body's a
he came out
Wonderland guy. Yeah.
looking like a tablecloth. He had this red and white striped thing. He looked like a freaking tablecloth. I mean, he wears the worst clothes, but he can play.
He can
I
shred,
love
man.
him.
I was impressed.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was
I
really
love
impressed.
Jerry, but I love the new Dead and Company.
Wow.
I gotta say I do.
Yeah.
I've seen Dead and Company 15 times already.
Have you really?
Yeah.
15 times. Ooh, they do anything this summer?
Yeah, they're
they?
playing SPAC. They're playing. I'm going to Massachusetts for the first show. They're playing SPAC and Darien Lake.
Bandage is laughing at your Virginius. So we're stealing that one today. Yeah, I learned something today. Me too, brother. Virginius.
Virginius.
Yeah, that's going in my dictionary.
I know a
He
few
is.
Virginiuses. I am not one of them.
John Mayer, though.
Yeah,
I like
amazing. It's great. I love him. I love the band, though. I loved them before. I mean, I've seen the Dead over 100 times. So
Imagine all the stuff that Jeter did get away with, though, back in the day. He must have got away with murder because he was out and about. It wasn't like he was just staying at home.
No,
he went
partying,
out
yeah,
nightly. He
I'm
was
re-
out partying. Like his partying is.
I'm
it's
really
kind of
impressed
known
how he can stay so low key, being such an iconic person in the most iconic city. You know what I mean?
You know how that happened? By greasing some palms, probably.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Think about it. Think about how many tips he fucking threw around back in the day just to keep their mouth shut.
The old
Yeah.
Italian mobster.
Exactly.
mentality,
Yeah. The old Goodfellas routine, you know. Here, kid. Here's 100. Shut your mouth.
Teflon Jeter.
Yep.
Here's 100 an autograph. Shut your mouth. Yeah, you can get your picture taken. Well, they didn't have cell phones back then.
Do you think he made him sign a waiver when he had sex with a girl?
no, he used to give him a nice little partying package.
Hey, like, you can sign a waiver?
Fare and a couple autographs.
You can't talk about
Remember
it.
he gave that one girl. He nailed her twice, and he gave her two packages,
You get one for the return
Yeah,
trip
you
too.
got one.
Wow.
You must have liked her
Yeah,
that
he
much,
must have
huh?
So nice he bribed her twice.
Yep.
Man, what a deal though.
Yeah, right.
What's smart though? That's smart.
Yeah, oh, he was super smart. Does
Sure.
Does the girl come over to the house and he's like, all right, baby, just go in the other room and wait for me when I get there. So she's like kind of waiting for him. She's getting all naked. She's laying in Derek Jeter's bed. Then all of a sudden the door opens and you hear Bob Shepard, now batting the shortstop, number 2, Derek Jeter. And then he comes in with his dick in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Could happen.
Man, just
Be a
saying,
good porno.
Yeah.
the rumor is he's a walking STD factory and spread it to those lovely ladies.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. He
really?
was the gift that keeps on giving.
See, now they can prove they slept with Jeter. Another thing for the fans.
Look,
you know?
I got a Jeter General Award right here.
Better than an autograph.
I heard the same thing, too. I heard the same thing. There's a couple reports out there that if you search Jeter and herpes, there's some things, you know.
And Michael Vick, too.
And Michael Vick. There's a bunch of them.
He went under the name of Ron Mexico.
You know who else I heard was a walk-in STD factory was Ron Gant. Do you remember Ron Gant? He was the center field for the Braves back in the day. I heard he just banged everybody. So who knows?
Wilt Chamberlain.
How did we get on this one?
I know, right?
Thanks, Dave.
Magic Johnson.
Thanks, Dave. A walk-in
And in the
STD
Gonorrhea Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He's still burning.
Oh, man. You're hilarious. We're talking, too, earlier, because it's 420 right now, so happy 420 to
Happy
everybody.
420.
He's got an event going on at JK Lumber. Talk about the event that's happening.
420. It's
This Friday.
This Friday, 11 to 2. Doughboys BBQ will be there. It's a JK Deckathon. They're going to have Trex decking there. Reps from Trex decking. They're giving away smokers if you buy enough Trex decking. You can win a smoker without purchasing anything. They're giving away food vouchers for us. We're going to be there selling food. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
First event of the year. We're getting the truck out, so it's all ready, cleaned up, and ready to go.
What time does it start?
11.
11
11 to 2.
11 to 2?
Until we sell out. Who knows?
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
so
hot over there. You going to have brisket?
No,
No,
briskets,
not this, not yet.
No, not yet. We're gonna
Frito
do-
Banditos, though,
Frito
right?
Banditos,
Frito
Mac
Banditos.
Daddies, Whack Daddies.
Chicken wants to be a Frito Bandito for Halloween this year.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll dress you up.
Banjo's saying he's just trying to help fill out the content. I got to show you this, the meme, too, after we're done. We got it.
Oh, you can't put it on the screen?
Dude.
I know it's possible.
He's
Todd's
challenged.
probably like, yeah, you could do it.
You could do it.
But I'm not dealing with it right now.
I need a producer, man. I do. I
Tell
need
them
a
what happened to
producer.
us when we first got here.
Now, Chicken knows the story, actually. You know every time Tommy comes on, something
Oh, yeah.
happens, and we always blame it on Captain Tripp.
Yeah, didn't you have the color thing
Yeah,
going
we're all
on?
blue.
The one time he came on Z's company, we were completely blue. We looked like Smurfs, and
Yep.
the voice, I don't know, something
It was
happened with our
all roaring.
voice.
Yeah, we sound like Satan.
And then the other time, something didn't happen. We were in the other
Every
studio. Every time. And it happened today,
Okay.
too.
Wait, what happened today?
I don't know. All of a sudden, this computer just went blank. It
And-
just shut right off.
And the music
then,
just started playing.
and then it popped back on, and then the intro started playing. And I didn't even touch anything. And
Damn
the
it,
music-
Gabe, what did you do?
It wasn't Gabe.
No.
It wasn't Gabe. It just popped on all of a sudden, and
So
the
weird.
music started playing.
Yeah, that was.
So, of course, Tommy's like, it's Vinny. It's my brother. He's breaking our balls again. So we always do blame it on
Yeah.
Vinny.
That's funny.
Also, Chicken, I don't know if you saw it, but Tommy gave us a cool little present.
Oh, that's cool.
This is cool, right? From Trip
John
Fest
Popper?
that we did.
Yep.
John Popper and the boys. There we go. Put it in here. There we go this way.
That's awesome, man.
That's pretty cool, right? It's the Trip Fest ticket and the OD article done by Mark Sistai. Cool little picture.
Yeah,
So
you're
thank you.
welcome.
We're gonna put that up above Gina's thing. So we got more to add to the wall.
Yep.
We got more fan art, if you will. Not
Yeah.
fan art, but
That's
it's-
awesome, though.
This
I
is,
like that.
This is brotherhood right
Yes,
here. This is
that's
what
right.
this is. This is brotherhood.
We wouldn't even be here if it weren't for this man.
And it's true, Tommy, and we love you for that, man. We would not. The D would not be going at all if it's not for you.
the
It's
quote,
true.
Tommy,
Yeah.
just fucking give it to him.
I pulled some teeth from DJ Mullet, but he came through for you guys.
He did, man.
He came through big.
Frank, with you hooking that up for us, and Frank has been the best thing that's ever happened to us around here.
Oh, yeah, he's a great
true.
guy. I mean, I've
We
known
love
him since
him.
I was 6 years old. I mean, 40-something years.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's true. If it's not for Tommy, we would not be here in the D&D. And
I don't know how.
on top of many other things too, is my music career as well. If we wouldn't be there if it wasn't for
But
you.
this is how much I wanted this place to open my barbecue here. He wouldn't give it to me. He gave it to you. So, that's how.
It's funny because we have a great time. Frank comes in here and we just start talking and brainstorming
Like he was
ideas.
Earlier, he wouldn't. I'm leaving like a half hour later. So I'm leaving.
I'm leaving. I gotta get out of here. You can never leave.
Yeah.
But no, thank you so much for everything you've
thank you
done
guys.
for
I mean,
me
this is
throughout my life and everything. I mean, I love you, brother.
No, I love you too. I love you
Yeah,
guys. This
we've
is
done
great.
so much shit
Get a
together.
room.
And plus, we got stuff coming up.
We
Yeah,
do.
We're gonna do some stuff.
We got Trip Fest coming up too. We're gonna be
Trip
doing
Fest
that in
2.
September, right?
Yep.
Trip Fest 2. We're gonna be working on. We gotta work on that now.
Yeah.
Actually, we gotta think about
That was a
who
lot
we're
of fun
booking and
last year.
stuff.
Yeah, we had a good time.
So hang out after the show so
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can,
yeah,
we
I'll
can
be
talk we could talk more about Trip Fest. We got to figure out a band. Anybody got any recommendations out there
Yeah,
for Trip
let's
Fest?
hear it. Let's hear
I'd
it.
like to know what people think who we should get for Trip Fest. Of course we have to get a dead oriented band.
Some
Dad
jam band
related.
doesn't have to be dead, but
because
I mean,
it's Vinny.
yeah. I mean, he loved everything.
I'm sorry, but it's got to be the Dead.
Okay. All right.
It's Vinny.
Yeah, I know, but he loved everything. I mean, he went to Elton John. He loved Fish.
Yeah.
I mean,
He did. He loved it all.
All right,
man.
bring Fish.
all right.
It's a Fish tribute band with an F.
Yeah. But the storage unit was cleaned out, right? We went in there
we
that
did
day
that.
and cleaned that all out. And
A
you
lot.
have a lot of his stuff
I
still
still
at your
got
house,
a bunch
right?
of stuff, but we got rid of a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But for next Trip Fest, though, we're going to put out a lot of
Yeah,
his
we'll put some
treasures.
stuff out. I mean,
Yeah.
still got a cellar full of stuff.
It was great to go through a lot of that stuff. Like some of those old T-shirts and the jewelry.
You still got some stuff here in the basement.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. Actually, we do. We had to move it to the basement. There wasn't much. It was just like some T-shirts and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Beads, a lot of beads.
Oh my god.
That's what it
I
is.
still got thousands upon thousands upon thousands.
We,
of beads.
we should donate those to the kids. Maybe the
We
neighborhood
did, though.
center.
Jay Sumner took a whole bunch. Remember, he took almost the whole back of his truck that day.
Oh, yeah,
when we
that's
cleared
right.
when we cleared the unit out.
That's right.
Tons of beads.
He
we gave
did.
him.
Big ups to Jay Sumner for doing that.
Yeah.
But we should donate the rest because I know there's tons of beads.
Well, I think like those clothes we should donate.
Yeah.
Whatever's not going to sell,
right.
donate to
Oh, I
like
got-
Absolutely.
Salvation
so much
Army.
stuff.
Well,
or
it,
whatever.
it's all a donation too, because everything that was sold went to the Stephen
right,
Swan
well,
Humane Society.
Right.
So we're gonna definitely do that again. We just got to go through and dig out. You know, what we should do is just go through the basement. I know you got a
Yeah.
lot of stuff in the basement, and go in and see. Just grab some of the good treasures out
Yeah.
of there and see.
that was great, too.
and
All
do
the people
maybe
that
do an
helped us.
auction too.
All the people that helped us at the unit too. All those people showed up on the hottest day of the year.
It was the only hot day we had
Yeah.
last year. Of course.
Besides the one we did a cleanup, but that was about it.
Ray suggesting Dark Hollow out of Syracuse. Great dead band.
Yeah, they're good.
That's a good one. They're very good. They've been around for a long time too. Who did we have for the dead band? Oh man.
Pearly Bakers.
Oh yeah, Pearly Bakers. Yes, my
They
good
were-
friend Charlie
They
Orlando.
were good too.
They were
really
very good.
Yeah.
Very good. I loved what Thunderwatt did that night.
Yeah,
they did
Thunderwatt
the
was
Pink
awesome.
Floyd.
Yeah. I love Joe. I mean, Joe's the best.
Yeah.
He came on board. Didn't even have to ask him. He just came on board and helped us out.
Yeah,
Great
and
guy.
Bob. You got to give mention to
Oh.
Bob. I love Bobby Moore and
Yeah.
Bob Merrick and Jim Inman, of course, my old classmate from Mount Markham, and Jimmy Chase. Great band.
Oh,
Thunderwatt. They're doing it at a high level. Go check them out. And of course, Joe Mom and the Funk Daddies
Yeah.
getting back together that night. That was a
Yeah,
lot
that
of
was
fun.
cool. That brought. The only thing I missed is Devin. Devin should have been there.
Taking the words right out of my mouth, pal.
Devin should have been there.
I
That would've
wanted-
made the night perfect.
It really would have. It really, that's the classic Funk Daddy lineup for
Yep.
me with Devin in there.
Oh, I still remember that one Wednesday night. The cops shut us down. They're still going. 2:30 in the morning.
How many legendary nights did we have at the club though with the Funk Daddies?
Oh my God, yeah.
With the Funk Daddies, on top of the New Year's Eve parties and the 420 parties, and we had a lot of fun, man. We had a lot of fun. And remember the 420 party you guys put together at MVCC? No, wasn't that wasn't you?
I don't know.
I thought it was
I think
you.
it might have been. I don't know.
No.
I'm getting old. There's so much stuff that we've done that I can't remember.
Blackout years.
Yes.
The blackout years. But if it wasn't for this man, I wouldn't have the EC. I wouldn't have the Disruption Network. So Tommy has really guided me through life without even realizing it. You have, man.
No problem. No
You
problem.
have. My first show I ever put on, my birthday, 1998, Mecca Bodega. We're coming up on my 20th anniversary of putting shows on, actually.
Wow.
It would be my birthday, August 1st,
Wow.
1998. We did it at Captain Tripp's. And then everybody went to Joe Sweet's house afterwards. And we had drum circles till like 8 in the morning.
Nice.
Wild night. But that was the very first show I put on. Tommy was gracious enough to let me do my first show there, and we did much stuff there. John Brown's Body, South Catherine Street Jug Band, Deep Banana Blackout.
Oh, yeah.
We did a lot of stuff together and continued on.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're still good friends today. We're brothers.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, there would be no EC. There'd be no Disruption Network without you, brothers. So thank you.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
Well,
That's true.
We'll wait for the third thing that we're going to do together. It's coming. It's coming.
Hopefully that's the one that makes us successful.
Yes.
Can't even talk today.
I'm waiting for that Doughboy BBQ to get out here.
You know, I told them today, I was like, 2 days in a row, we got a food truck shows up today, no food. Yesterday we had Kirby's in here, but Kirby's gave us drink chips.
Yep.
Oh,
that was
nice.
cool. That was cool of him. He's saying he put some ribs together too.
Yeah.
And we got to check.
They got good ribs over there.
We got to go check them out. You've had them?
Yeah.
At Kirby's?
Yeah. I try everyone. I want to see where we are in the whole spectrum of barbecue.
Besides yours, who's your favorite?
I gotta say Dinosaur.
Dinosaur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to go against Dinosaur.
I mean,
Can't go wrong.
I mean, they've been doing it so long. They know how to smoke.
You been up to Ray Brothers?
I haven't been there.
I've
heard good things about it.
Even if you don't go for the food, which the food is excellent too, the shows that they put on there are amazing.
They had Keller Williams not too long ago.
And I don't know if I could say it, but he's coming back.
Yeah.
We saw the Ray Brothers this weekend at the Barton Mud Fest. He gave me a rundown of some of his shows, and he's got a great lineup. I know he's got Zach Deputy coming back, and he's got Keller Williams coming back, so he's going to be doing it at a high level again this year.
That was a disappointment when he played the bar. I mean, we had maybe
Keller.
Yeah, maybe 25 people.
Wow.
I don't think he was popular then, though.
Not as popular as today.
Yeah.
But he was amazing.
Right.
I mean, he put on a hell of a show.
And now our boys from Floodwood are real tight with him. Nick and Jay have been playing with him like as his band lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's the one in band? Turquoise?
Turquoise, yes.
They were great.
Amazing band. They are. I don't know if Ryan's coming, Ray. I don't know if he's coming to Ray Brothers, but I think I don't know. I have no idea. But I know he's got Zach Deputy, and I know he's got Keller Williams, so and she's praying, of course. Everybody loves our boy Ryan Montbleu. Yeah.
Not at first they didn't, right?
Ryan Montbleu was that kid that was an overnight sensation. Well, no, I can't say he was an overnight sensation. He played like 4 or 5 times before he actually got popular in the area. And what made him popular, I had him open up for Tim Reynolds from the Dave Matthews Band, and Tim came in and did an acoustic set, and Ryan played just before him, and the place was sold out that night. And that night, ever since then, Ryan's been absolutely huge in Utica. And
isn't that cool, though, to realize that you gave bands a start? Some of the,
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah,
what are you
I know.
talking about? Let's think about the ones you gave a start to, too. There's tons out there.
Yep.
And yeah, exactly.
It's a good feeling.
It's cool.
It really is.
To see your friend up there on the big stage, it's like,
yeah.
I get chills sometimes.
If
If I see Ryan Montbleu on the big stage, I'm like, oh, wow, this is awesome.
You got a few friends that are up on the big stage that played at the EC.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
Which is cool. That's what I loved about it. It turned me on to music that I normally wouldn't listen to.
Right.
I look at Kung Fu right now. And they used to be Psychedelic Breakfast. Now they're Kung Fu, and they're doing huge things right now. They just got done playing with John Popper, O'Teal, and DJ Logic, all at like this funk fest, and they were all I saw a great video of that. Then recently during the NACA convention, is that the one in LA?
Yeah.
When they were out there, they were playing with Doug Wimbish from Living Color, and they did Cult of Personality with him. They've been doing things with all these. It's amazing, and they opened up for Mo when their Mo's comeback show at the Capitol Theater. So Kung Fu's doing it at a high level. And I was talking to those guys that night, and I was like, man, it's amazing to watch you, because I was watching those guys from the back by the bar, and just watching them like, wow, these are my boys, and they're up there killing it and killing it. So get out there and check out Kung Fu. They're doing it. Lethal funk is what they're doing, and it's like heavy, aggressive, progressive funk type of thing. It's hard not to move to it.
Yeah, right. Just get up.
But it's in your face and nonstop. Like, gotta check it out, Kung Fu. It's doing it. Doing it. But there's a few of them out there.
Who was the band that
Zach Deputy, another one.
you did the parade with?
That was the Buddha Hood.
Buddha Hood. Yes.
That was the Buddha Hood.
That was the day my store burned down.
That was my birthday.
On August 1st, 2008. My store was destroyed in a fire. I was having a really bad day.
10 years, huh?
Yeah.
Coming up.
And then I I met you out right outside the show, and I think Dark Star played at the
Dark
brewery.
Star played at the brewery because they always play around that time at the brewery because it's also Jerry Garcia's birthday.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you guys were out there. You had one instrument, and they're all playing.
I had the washboard. I was
Yes,
washboard
that's-
Tony.
and they're just playing outside, and you just see like a little group of people kind of standing around watching. Next thing you know, there's like a huge group of people circling around us, and these guys are just jamming out, and you just got this gigantic crowd of people just coming off the show. They're still dancing and stuff. And they peel off and they start walking down the street, down Varick Street, and I swear to God, it was like the Pied Piper because you're all playing. And everyone's dancing in the street. There's like 200 people just dancing in the street all in one line, and then they all like funneled right into the bar.
Yeah.
It was great.
Perfect.
They were great, and they would march from the brewery down to the EC and then go right up on stage and play their set. And they were a great band.
I've never seen
Great
anything
band.
like that.
Yeah, and Tony passed away a few years ago. We did a couple shows. Well, I think we only did one show with him afterwards, but that was a shame when he died. Ray Ray saying she missed the Buddha Hood so much. Such a sad span of time was shortly after Josh was. Yeah, that's after Josh died. Okay. Yeah, I hear you, man. That was right around that same time too. But Buddha Hood, a great band. And we a couple times we did that parade. There was a few times we did that.
It was really cool. I was like, watching. I'm like, wow. And you had the road shut down, right? For like 3
Sort of marketing
kind
ploy,
of.
you gotta love it.
Kind of. I was friends with the lieutenant at the time, and he was a big music head. John Toomey.
Yeah.
Remember Toomey?
Yeah, he used to
Great
come,
guy,
yeah.
man. Great guy. He used to come to the bar a
all
lot.
the time.
Great music fan, and so I told him what was happening. I'm like, hey man, we're about to have this parade down Varick Street. So he called up a couple cops and was like, block that street, block that street. I'm like, it's only going to happen for like 15 minutes. Just give us 15 minutes. And he thought it was great.
It was
And
awesome.
we were able to do it a couple times because we did it during the Utica Music and Arts Fest one time too.
Okay.
A lot of fun.
If I remember.
There's a video out there on YouTube of it.
It's so cool. It just like watching all these people just dancing down the
Dancing
street.
and having a
Enjoying the
parade.
hell out of it. That's
And it was just like the largest mob of happy people I've ever seen.
You guys got to
Pretty
check
cool.
out Here Come the Mummies. Are you familiar with those guys?
No.
They're out of the Midwest, and these guys are on Bob and Tom a lot. They dress up like mummies. It's a gimmick, of course, but their songs are funny. But they're nasty musicians. They kind of do the same thing too, where they start the show off from the parade. Like they play big theaters out in the West, kind of same size as the Stanley.
Right.
They'll start from the lobby and march in and go up on stage and do their thing. Check out Here Come the Mummies. They're a great band. I love those guys. Love them. They're funny.
What type of music?
Like funk rock. Yeah, and they're all just like mummies, so you don't know who they are. And they stick in character the whole time. They do the whole time. Like if you were to talk to them and they're still in mummy gear, they're like, they won't talk at all.
Mr. Monkey.
Yeah. I like Mr. Monkey. Mr. Monkey's great. We love Mr. Monkey.
Yep.
I went to take a selfie with one of the mummies, and I'm like, hey, come on, let me get a picture. He's like, selfie. Like, they play the role. They're hilarious. Here Come the Mummies. Check them out.
That's great.
You guys would love them. They need to come to the East Coast. They don't come to the East Coast at all. I think they can play New York City. That's about it. But a lot of great bands. We got to do something, pal. Yeah. We need to do something. We need a venue. Right?
Definitely.
We need a venue in this town. That's what this area is lacking, is a good venue. I know when the Uptown gets up and rolling, that's going to be fun. Tommy and I did a few things over there before.
Yeah, had the bar in there for a couple of years.
Yep. But we need a venue, though. We need a venue that's going to hold maybe 400 or 500 people.
Yeah.
I think that would be good. You know, we're looking to do regionals and smaller nationals.
Size of the preserve, we can cut it in half, make it,
What was your capacity at the preserve?
Legal or
legally and illegally. Legally and illegally.
I think 450 and 1,000, somewhere around there.
450 to 1,000.
Yeah.
What was the biggest show you had over there?
The
was
band.
The band?
The band had to be.
Not Mo?
I think Mo we cut off at 500.
Oh, you did?
I wasn't at the door for the band, and my friend Kevin just kept on letting him in and letting him in and letting him in until he couldn't move.
I got to jump off subject really quick about Kevin. Great story. I was working at the Stanley. They were doing the passing of the shillelagh before St. Patrick's Day. So I just show up. I had to show up a little bit late. And I just show up, and there's Kevin trying to change the keg of beer. There's a keg of beer, right? So he's trying to put it on. And, when you change a keg and you don't shut the gas off, you take a bath.
Yep.
Here he is, trying to change the keg, and he's taking a bath, but he's still trying to force it on as the beer is pouring all over him, and he's trying to get it on, and he can't get it on. Yeah. And I look at him like, what are you doing? So his buddy comes like, his other buddy, let me try that. Does the same thing, and they're both taking a bath. So then finally I'm like, guys, shut the gas off. I put the keg on for him, and he was like, thank you. So he gives me a hug, and he's soaking wet. And he's rubbing his beard, and his beard-soaked beard all over my face. And he's like, I love you so much.
He must have been drunk.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Well, Kevin is the one who did all the artwork on the walls at the bar.
Yeah.
So he did
awesome.
the rainforest. He did the bathrooms. He did everything. Every artwork on the wall was done by him. Yeah, he's a great artist. Great for Kevin Conley.
Ray saying, you should buy another bar. Which guy are you talking to?
Tommy. Not me. He can do it. I'll book a couple shows for you.
You know,
you know what? You've been out a while, but as soon as
this is going to be my 6th year. And May 12th will be my 6th year.
You haven't been out long enough.
Right.
It took me almost 8 years before I can even go by the bar. Even go down the street, Genesee. I would go 3 miles out of my way just so I wouldn't have to go by it.
Yeah, but I hang out at Wakely's. I like Wakely's.
No, I know, but I'm just saying you haven't been out of it long enough until it bites you again. And then it's going to bite you again.
It's not going to bite me again.
I'm
I
telling
guarantee
you.
She said Z.
Oh, you're talking to me? Tommy, I'll pass that one off to Tommy. I'll just book shows for you.
You know a place I liked around here locally that was good for shows? The parking wasn't the greatest, but Piers and Blake's.
Yeah, I thought that venue was great.
The space that they had and the separate entrance, and then with the load-in, they had another back entrance. So it was perfect for that.
Oh, yeah.
And so you could keep it even separated from the other side.
But the
bar.
power sucked at the place. It blew up
all
my gear. Blew up all my gear.
Yep.
I remember that.
Oh,
that was terrible.
I wanted to kill
somebody. I was
somebody
thinking about that place today, actually.
They're working on it. It'd be interesting to see what they come up with over there.
Because, I mean, you had the train station, the bus station right there.
I wanted to do tour packages where you take a train for all these out-of-towners. You get a deal on the show coming in. You get like a dinner and a show and travel all in one little package.
Now, does the Adirondack Railroad come through there too?
No, they start up in Thundera or up in Remsen or something. I don't think they come all the way down.
They don't come all the way down.
I don't think so.
I thought they did. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
What's that? The Scenic Railroad?
Yeah.
They start off there. Their trains are there.
Band is just saying, Z, you were also bartending at Griff's for a while, so that slows the desire to get back into business, and you are absolutely right.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, that is
You
true.
are Thank you, Dave. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, no more with that. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't ever see myself getting back into business. As far as the music aspect goes, all day. All day. It's the day-to-day bar operations. I want no part of that.
I don't know if I can do it either. I mean, I was, working 7 to 3, getting home at 4 in the morning, and I have to get up, go back to work at 7. I don't know if I can do that anymore.
Yeah.
But what a barbecue, little barbecue joint with some music.
Little blues.
Little rock.
Blues and BBQ.
Yep. Could happen.
Yep.
Booze and BBQ.
Yeah, that's another thing we were working on too.
Got a lot of stuff going on here. We can't talk about right now.
Seriously. There's some good stuff, but yeah, Tommy, you find the venue. Okay. We can find somebody to run it for us.
Eddie says hire a manager.
Hire a manager. Yeah. Who though?
Then you got to.
See, the problem is I don't trust
anybody.
anybody.
No,
right.
That's the problem. I don't trust anybody.
Did you get that from my brother? Because my brother didn't even trust me. He didn't even trust me. He was the worst.
I did get that from your brother. I learned a lot from Vinny, even though back in the day we would clash a lot. See, Vinny and I, back in the day, him and I would clash all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't until, I had the EC and he would come over and sell stuff. He would actually DJ at the EC, where me and him actually started to love each other.
Yeah, right.
Because in the beginning, when I was doing shows, he would piss me off, be like, where's my under money? And, don't let him in. And he was just a prick. And
$8 case of water. You want a case of water? $8.
Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't give me any water for the bands or anything. It was like a pain in the ass to deal with. And I see his point, of course.
Well, you got like that towards the end, too.
No, in the beginning and in the end. And exactly. And he would break my balls all the time, especially at the EC. You see, now you knew what I was going through. And that's what made me love him again. Was
a good
just
man.
all
He had his
absolutely.
He was a great man.
I learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from him, and he was
me too.
very
He taught me
smart for
everything.
business.
I was working doing the flea markets when I was 12 years old. We started together.
Mm-hmm.
He started me in this fucking business.
Yeah, it's all your fault, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we would go at it though back in the day. if he wasn't there, I'd be
Why,
like, yes, he's not here. Just Tommy's here.
He'd go at it with Joe too. Remember Joe Sweet all the time.
They went at it worse than him and I went at it.
Oh yeah,
Joe.
You know Joe. He just didn't care about anything. And
back in the day, well, number one, we were degenerate alcoholics and we were all fucked up on drugs. So it's true. The 90s.
People think that you're running a bar, you just order some alcohol and
there's a lot.
that's
there's so much
it.
to it. I mean,
you got to have eyes in the back of your head.
Yeah.
You got to watch
every bartender you have is a partner. My father always taught me that. They're a partner because they can rob you blind. And if you're not there on top of it, you don't know.
Oh, boy, don't I know.
Yeah.
Then you got to watch
and the people that you trust the most are usually the ones that are screwing you over the most.
Ring that bell because he's telling the truth. That is the truth, man. I can't tell you how many friends I've lost because of the bar.
You know what the funny part is?
Working for me.
I probably told this. I used to bartend on Wednesday nights, the 50-cent Labatt nights. I find myself stealing from my own bar. I'd be putting the money in the tip jar. I was like, what the hell am I doing? It's my own bar. I didn't want to walk to the register, so I just threw it in the tip jar.
One piece of advice, John Adasak, he was my former landlord over at the EC before the other idiot came in. But one advice that he did give me, he goes, there's bartenders that steal a little, and there's bartenders that steal a lot. You just got to get the ones that steal a little. And he was right. He was absolutely right. And,
we were mortal enemies too, me and John.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember. Yeah, and I was doing shows at both. I was doing shit at the Metro as well. I didn't want to get in the middle. I did. Well, those were some good times, man.
Yeah, they were.
Some really, really good times.
And
we
some
had a lot of
interesting
fun.
stories at the Metro as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, my DNA was all over that place.
I remember there was a lesbian contest who would outdo each other, and John Curley was there with the station. It was on St. Patty's Day. 3 beers for $1.
Wow.
So I told the two girls
on St. Patty's Day.
On St. Patty's.
Why?
Oh, that's crazy.
It was the actual day, not. It was like kind of fell.
It wasn't parade day.
It wasn't parade day.
Okay.
But oh my God! Like I told these two girls, I'm like, listen, if you win, I'll buy you both a beer. And it was 33 cents a beer.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? They end up winning, and boy, did they win! I got so much trouble from my girlfriend at the time because they were like face down in each other, and we were just like, oh my! And then I look over, and there's what's his name? Congressman Sherwood Bowler sitting at the bar.
He's probably loving it.
like, what a night.
That's hilarious. Yeah, those were some good times, though. That was precursor to Varick Street, that place.
Yeah.
There was just the
Varick Street wasn't
Metro.
happening,
There was no Varick Street then. No. It was just the Metro and the Varick. That was it.
The Varick, yeah.
I don't even think Chip got there until a little bit later.
Well, wasn't it Astros for a while?
Rastros? Rastros. But Astros was only there for like maybe 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, he was only there for a couple of years. Not long at all. The Progressive Pitcher Night. Before that was Polls. It was known as Polls. But Progressive Pitcher Night, you remember that? At Rastros?
I was a Kelly O'Neill's guy.
I did a wet T-shirt contest for K-Rock at Astros one time. Oh, my God. That got pretty wild. Wish I could remember some of it, but...
Yeah, you know what? We had those every Wednesday night. They went off pretty good, I got to say.
Adeline saying she thinks she was the only bartender to buy customers drinks, and when she would reach into her tip jar and pay for them. That's not true. I used to do that at Griffin's.
Yeah.
And when I would,
because
you were a bar owner.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I think that's why they loved having me at Griffin's, because I definitely would never steal from them at all. And I would take out of my tip jar if my buddies were coming. Tommy was been in there a few, and he's even related to Griffin's.
Yeah.
And I'd buy him drinks out of my tip jar because that's how you do it. It's respect. You're stealing. If you're giving out that drink, it's considered stealing, especially in the eyes of the bar owner. It's stealing if you're giving out that drink. You got it. Somebody's got to pay for it.
My brother caught anybody doing that, he'd make him clean the alley out.
Oh, that's where I got my nickname. In that alleyway, I got Z.
Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't for cleaning out the alley.
And it wasn't for cleaning out.
He was definitely taking out the trash.
Yeah.
That's where I got that nickname. Yeah, I'm just stuck with it.
Oh, the shit that went on in that alley.
Yeah.
Remember, we put a toilet out there, and instead of going, that was the stupidest thing we could do because everyone used the freaking toilet, the broken toilet, instead of going to the bathroom inside.
Yeah, Addie's saying what annoyed you, so that helped. Yeah, it's true, and that did. It helped out a lot.
Well, and I think it's important, to see behind the scenes. Just like everyone says that they wish everybody could work for tips, so you could know how to treat somebody and tip them well when they're working for you. And, you got to look at it from the opposite end. You guys are both bar owners, you know what I mean? So you understand what it's like to get people, taking money from you, and you have to have eyes behind your head.
And like Tommy said, some of your closest friends, and
Right.
that's what happened to me. Some of my closest friends.
Yeah. And that was we didn't have even access to cameras back then like they do today.
Right.
There was no such thing.
I had to have a secret shopper sit in there and just watch while I was gone. Yeah.
And then the secret shopper started stealing from them.
No.
So.
I did. I had a guy sit there and just watch and write down everything that was going on. I was away for about a month. I had to get away. Just no vacation for like 5 years. And I was like, I have to get out of here so I took a month off, gone, and I had somebody sit there every day, and they gave me a report, and I had to get rid of some people.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Sad, isn't it?
It's sad. And these were close friends. I consider close friends. And
then
what are you going to do?
You become the dick.
I'm the dick.
Right.
I'm always the dick.
Right.
I don't mind being the dick, though.
You're good at it.
Thanks, man.
You're a good dick.
I don't mind it.
He's the good dick.
I don't mind it. Like, I was working at Griffin's. This is a funny story. My buddy and his girlfriend are sitting in there, and he's like, she's going to me. He's hungry. Can you make him some chicken fingers? Like, no, dude. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you making him food. It's just too much. It's too much. Like, nah, dude, trust me. I'll go. It takes me 5 minutes to throw chicken fingers in. And he goes, no, dude, don't go through trouble. And she's going, well, he's hungry. I'm like, I'll throw it in. Don't worry about it. And she goes, you kidding me? If Z's an asshole, and if he didn't want to make him for you, he would tell you no. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. But thanks for calling me an asshole. I appreciate that. I'll take those words with me. I can be an asshole.
That's what they call me at work, an asshole.
Ask our old partners.
Well, and you got to have an asshole when you're working at a bar. You know what I mean?
You have to be.
There's always a good guy and a bad guy. Yeah, it has to be.
Yep.
I usually try to take the good guy route, but
me too.
when I have to, I definitely could be an asshole.
I mean, you've seen some of the fights me and Vinny have had. Drag fucking fights you wouldn't believe. I mean, we would get into it big time.
My favorite Vinny and Tommy fight was New Year's Eve. And it's like 4 in the morning now, right? And George Wesley's still playing, going nuts. God rest his soul as well. George Wesley's playing. These guys are on stage singing "Fire Up the Ganja," "Fire Up the Ganja," and Vinny wants to go home. But there's still a couple hundred people in the bar.
There's still a lot of people there.
4 in the morning, used to get the all-night liquor license and pass out like Danish and donuts and stuff. Breakfast,
we do all kinds of shit.
They're singing "Fire Up the Ganja," and Vinny's like, "Come on, let's go," and Tommy's like, "Fuck you, Vinny. This is my bar too. Fuck you. Fire up the ganja." And Vinny's like tugging on his pants, like, let's go, let's get out of here, type of thing. Oh, it's so funny. You guys are funny.
Bandage is saying you can't always be the good guy or the asshole, otherwise it loses its effectiveness.
Yeah, that's.
And you're right. Yeah. Bandage was there one night when I had to go into asshole mode.
Yeah. There's a balance. There's a fine balance of being the nice guy, because everybody wants a drink from you.
Right.
Everybody wants to be your friend when you're the bar owner. So you got to walk that line as well, on top of putting your foot down when you see something you don't like.
There's been times that rare times I get ID'd at your bar or like charged a cover, and I never said a word. I just paid the cover and went in, because I never want to be that person to be like, "Oh, I know Z, call Z." And there's one time I walked in with you, and the bouncer grabbed me and he's like, "You got to pay." I'm like, "Never mind, whatever." Here, like we were coming back from backstage, and I was like, "You know what? I hate that. I hate when people name drop."
Oh yeah,
I know so
all the time.
All the time.
I looked at it like this: I get in, you let me in free all the time. You know what I mean? So if the rare chance it came, right? Exactly. But I would pay without saying a word.
I know,
that's great.
Because you put $100 over the bar and UCs and shots of Jägermeister. That's why. They're the regulars. I try to take care of as much as possible.
I was there almost every day.
Yeah. Bandage is saying he was always the cool, calm, collective guy at Nail. So when he did lose his shit, people were in awe. I've never seen him lose his shit.
I never did either.
Though I will say, when we had our fantasy baseball draft here this past year, he was a miserable prick that day. he didn't want to say nothing. I started to break his balls, and he shot me a look. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving Bandage alone today.
He showed me his devil voice.
Yeah?
Yeah, when he gets angry, he showed me the voice. I'm like, wow, I didn't know you had it in you.
Yeah. Indeed. It's tough work, man. People think it's so easy, but the bar consumes you. It consumes you.
That's why the success rate of bars in restaurants is so low. I mean, really think about it.
Yeah. And having good – Eddie mentioned it earlier. If you could find a good manager, that helps immensely. It does.
It's almost got to be somebody that has something at stake. You know what I mean? That cares about it as much as you do.
Give them a little piece of the place or something.
Or even just pay them enough what they're worth.
Yeah,
right.
Pay them what they're worth.
That's the thing, is a lot of people want to pay these employees.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so then they wonder why they don't get good employees and they steal from them.
It's true. Yeah, if you take good care of them, I'm sure they're less likely to steal from you.
You're still going to get some people who are going to steal from you regardless.
Yeah, it's the bar business. It's a cash business.
But that's
it's very easy to steal.
Oh,
you know,
easy.
He's stealing from himself.
I stole from myself. Huh?
A lot of bar owners, they look at when they look at a bartender, right? They look at how much experience they got. Oh, this bartender's been here, here, and here, so she knows her shit, or he knows her shit, But the problem is they've been from bar to bar to bar, and they picked up a lot of bad habits along the way too. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's true.
I've had bartenders that made $200 in a single night, and I made $150 in the register. How's that possible?
Yeah, right.
It's not possible.
You're almost better off finding somebody that can hustle and train them your way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I sometimes was my own worst enemy, though. It'd be like an after party or something. I'm like, all right, let's grab a bottle of Jameson, and then, like, I'm taking away from my inventory,
right?
And not pay for it. So it's a lot of times I was my own worst enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the bar business.
Some of the after-hour parties we had.
Yeah.
We get rid of more booze than we did the whole night.
Mm-hmm. Because it's so easy. Everybody wants to hang out afterwards, or the band wants to hang out, and who's here.
And you got to blow off some steam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just getting off.
Well, that's the other thing, too. After you're done working, you want to have a couple pops.
Sure.
You
can't do it while you're working.
No.
Because it just...
I never allowed my bartenders to drink behind the bar, ever.
I usually don't drink when I'm bouncing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you shouldn't. Because if, God forbid, an incident happens and the cops show up and you're drunk.
Right, exactly. Or if
everybody's going down.
Or something happens and they're like, I don't handle it correctly, then it's like, oh, the bouncer was drinking a beer, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So I usually try to stay away from that. Everybody's trying to buy you a drink, too.
Oh, sure. They want to be friends with you. Yep.
Yeah. I think we covered everything today.
I know, right? We went from barbecue to bar business to sports and
barbecue, sports, and music, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Jack O'Neill from Kelly O'Neill's.
Oh.
I seen a couple days ago he passed away. I think Masucci posted something about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, man,
a lot of man. This week has been brutal for deaths. I've had a couple this week. My uncle, my cousin. You're saying that Bruno Sammartino passed away today.
Wow.
And there's just a lot of shit.
It's another place that's just falling down.
Kelly's.
Yeah, it's a
I
shame.
miss that place. I grew up there.
Falling, caving in.
They should just knock it down.
Yeah.
I got a picture of me and Masucci and Gus from like 25 years ago at least.
Wow.
At Kelly O'Neill's.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Like that's where I grew up, man.
Yeah. Me too.
We all had the bars that we grew up in.
When I worked at OUR, when I'd get off my shift, I'd go right to Kelly O'Neill's. It was for some reason because I'd get off at midnight and have the last 2 hours, and it was right there. Just go get drunk, and in the last 2 hours, I had a lot of fun at Kelly's.
I remember going there on a Tuesday, and the place would be mobbed.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
Those are the good old days when you can go out every night of the week and there'll be someone out somewhere.
You didn't have to worry about DWI laws and all that too.
But now it's kind of hard. Some places it's just.
Well, now you got Uber though.
Yeah.
You know those
and cab companies.
The towel rolls in the bathroom.
Yeah.
They're just the regular towel where you got to pull it down. Somebody lit that on fire at Kelly O'Neill's one time, and the whole place just smoked up. Right. Nobody left. Everyone just went, grabbed a beer, and just sat outside. And they just kept going. Nobody called the fire department. Nothing.
We don't need the water. Let the motherfucker burn. This Friday, make sure you get out to JK Lumber.
If you need any parties, you got graduations, weddings, you name it, we can do it from 2 to 2,000.
How do they get a hold of you?
Facebook. Doughboys BBQ, and hit me up. Or
that's great for like graduation parties.
Oh,
yeah, we got a couple booked already.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
You guys kill it for that.
Yeah.
Now, what do? Do they pay a shot and then you just cook for everybody?
It's usually,
or do you do a
we got a menu on Facebook. It's
cash
like
bar or something?
Well, no, we'll go to a town park and we'll cater it, and I think we got one for like 300 people.
Oh, cool.
Set up, and it's usually like a flat rate per person. We give you the full gamut of stuff.
Awesome.
What an easy way to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to cook. You don't have to worry about cleanup. Nothing. You just we take care of everything.
I can't wait to try your brisket. I know it's gonna be good. I just know it.
Yep.
I
He
feel
loves
it.
your meat.
Yeah, I'll take it.
He rubs his own butt
I
too.
do.
Yeah. You rub your own
and
butt.
he pulls his own pork.
On the back of my shirt.
Well, he's gonna pull a chicken too. How much? So what kind of chicken do you have? Honestly,
Jerk chicken.
No, it's barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken.
Yeah, we smoke it.
You didn't get it, jerk chicken.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I don't know if you did like the pulled chicken.
We do half chickens and we pull them.
Okay.
They take about 3 hours to smoke a half chicken. We rub them down. We marinate them first for 24 hours, and we just smoke them for 2 to 3 hours. Usually closer to 3, 250.
We got to have you parked out front again.
Yeah,
we got to do
that.
another
That was
one
fun.
again. We got to wait for. We got to pick a good day though,
But
because
last
last
time,
time he was
yes.
talking about it was raining all day.
It poured. We must have got an inch and a half of rain that day. It poured from 8 o'clock in the morning. We got so wet.
Well, that was Cinco de Mayo, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo.
My buddy Andre, he drove by and he's like, "Yo, what's the deal with that food truck?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Doughboy's BBQ," and he's like, "So anybody could go up there?" He goes, "I wanted to go up there and like buy some." I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
definitely, it's
We were here a
good."
couple times, I think, last year.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah,
I think it was twice.
Adeline saying she has a wicked jerk chicken recipe right from Jamaica.
I'd like to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's figure out a day. We should look ahead, though, and look at the forecast ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know, we'll look and see if we got a nice string of days.
Well, it looks
I
like
don't think
that'll
we're
never
ever
happen.
Yeah. It'll probably happen next week when I'm away.
Yeah, right.
And it'll be the only
I know.
week of summer.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to rain all next week. So,
Don't say
if you're able to get away, do it, because
Oh.
chances are wherever you're going, it's going to be
Going to the Bahamas.
a lot better weather there than it is here.
Yeah.
You got to take the mow down mentality. Is just say fuck it,
Okay,
and deal
do
with
it. Yeah.
Put on your waders.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we had fun that day, even though it rained all
Yeah,
day. We had
of
a great
course.
turnout, and
Yeah, you had some people come in,
Yeah,
and you
we
made a
did
little
good.
bit of money,
Yeah, we did
right?
good,
People
yeah.
came in. You had some of the neighbors come up,
Yep.
and so we got to pick a day though, and
Hey,
get
you
you
saying
back
she'll
around.
marinate it and Tom can cook it.
Ooh,
no problem.
love
then
when you,
chicken
I
can
love
eat it.
when you talk dirty.
Chicken will eat it.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, let's get out of here. We got before we get out of here, I got to give some love and respect out to Priceless Inspection, my good friend Josh Amodio.
Yep.
A good quality home inspection is
Priceless.
That's right. Call him today, 315-525-8725 for your next home inspection. In-depth detail reports, thorough inspections. Josh's been in the construction business his whole life and knows the importance of a good quality home inspection. Call him today if you're putting your home on the market, if you're looking to buy a home, or even if you're looking to update your home. Josh can do all of that for you. He goes through every inch of your house, and he's there from the second you wake up till like pretty much till you go to bed.
He's a good man.
He is
He's
a great
good
man. He
I love
is.
him.
And Josh
Oh.
does it amazingly well, and he's been doing it for a while. So give him a call today for your next home inspection, 315-525-8725. When you need legal help quick, you better call Nick. That's right. That was good, Chicken.
Thank you.
You're good at these ad-libs.
Yeah, thanks.
I like it. Call attorney Nick Pasalacqua and his team of associates, 315-500-NICK, or hit him up online, cnytriallaw.com, and stop down to the showroom at 4056 Commercial Drive in Yorkville and see why it's easy to do business with Steve Ponte Volkswagen. StevePonteVolkswagen.net on the World Wide Web. Hit him up. I want to thank everybody for all our sponsors. Also got to give some love and respect out to Saranac and Creative Concepts, and, of course, our boy Applebox Video Productions.
Property Sisters.
And, of course, last but certainly not least, the gorgeous Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Yeah, they are killing it. They're doing great, Addie. We love you and everything that you're doing
Hey,
here.
if she can find a bar for us,
Yeah.
property.
She's probably got like 6 of them right now.
Yeah.
If she's listening.
No doubt. No doubt. Yes, Addie, get Tommy a bar. Find Tommy a venue. We need about 2,000. No. We need about 5,000 to 6,000 square feet.
And about 2 acres in the backyard for outdoor
Yeah,
concepts.
there you go.
That's a tall order.
Ray saying bye, guys. Thanks for picking up my day. Thanks for tuning in, Ray. Thank you so much. And I want to see if everybody could just click that share button for me. It would be really cool to help us out and help Doughboy BBQ
Yeah, give
out.
me some likes. Give me some likes.
Give us some likes and shares and comment, like, retweet, tweet,
Whatever.
share, comment, subscribe, write a little review. Give us 5 stars on iTunes, please. Listen to us on Spotify. So many different ways you could check us out here at Disruption Network.
Sorry, Addie just said we love you guys, and I had 5 in mind as soon as you mentioned it.
How did I know that was
I
gonna-
said 6.
Well, yeah, remember when we went to the Dev to
Yes,
check it out,
yeah.
and we had Addie
Addie
was
was
there,
there.
and and
funny.
Tom Powers was there,
Yeah.
and it's funny because just before we showed up, maybe a day or two before, I was talking to Tom Powers, and he's like, "Hey, I got this idea in mind." I'm like, "I'm out of the bar business. I don't want nothing to do with it." Then I show up with him,
Yeah, right.
and he's there, and he's like, "I thought you didn't want anything to do with the bar business." And I'm like, "I don't. I'm just here in support of him," and I talked you out of it.
Yeah.
I did. I talked you right out
I
of
was
that
ready
one.
to pull the trigger.
But Tom and Tim Starzak are doing a great job at the John Devereaux Tavern, and I suggest to everybody to go there and check that place out. They're starting to do live music, and they've got a great music lineup. In fact, Nick and Jay are playing there Saturday. They're playing there on Saturday.
I heard the food is excellent.
The food is
Yeah, I've heard that
excellent.
too.
They're doing great over there at the.
Could have been better as a barbecue, though.
And he's saying there's too many Toms that day.
Yeah, there was.
That was funny, though. He was like, I thought you didn't want anything to do with the bar business. Sorry, Tommy, I don't. I really, really don't. I just want to hang out and support.
And drink.
And drink. But no, we're going to find you a better venue.
Good.
Better venue. And I'm going to book the music. That's the plan.
I'll get you hooked again.
Wonder Twin Powers activate. Yeah, Addie, find him something. I was thinking Broad Street. I don't know why I keep thinking Broad Street, because it's just old open warehouse, so you can fill a lot of people.
The sprinkler system is what you need. That's
Yeah.
the Uptown's problem.
Black mold and everything else.
That's the Uptown's problem. No sprinkler system.
Yeah.
That's what they broke our balls on forever.
Right on. Let's get out of here. Tommy, thank you so much, man.
Oh,
and
thank you,
again, one
guys.
more time,
Thanks.
thanks for everything you've done
Oh,
for
man.
us, man.
No problem.
You're the man. I can't wait to do Trips Fest 2. We'll do that again. Of course, you'll be coming in real soon with the barbecue truck.
Yep.
All I know is Frito Bandito.
Feeding our fat asses. And if you get time on 420, go out and
JK
stop at
Lumber.
JK Lumber and
11
check
to
out
2.
the Deck Festival and Doughboy BBQ and all the cool things they're doing over at JK. Yes, they do some cool events over there. They do.
They're not a big box store, so it's kind of cool to support them.
Not
Absolutely.
a big box store.
Yeah, they're local.
You know, like
I got
Lowe's.
you. I see. I see what you're saying. I get it now. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they don't sell boxes.
Tomorrow, Jack Kunkel joining us on the show. We're talking about health and fitness.
More
for
working
Jack.
out?
We're going to do a little bit of working out, like we did Pound Class the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Jack's got some cool things going on, and he's got very fun and unique ways to exercise and lose some weight. So Jack's a great man, been doing it for many, many years. So we're looking forward to chopping it up with him. We got a lot of great guests for next week, too. And I can't remember who, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I want to remind everybody you can listen to this podcast and previous podcasts and all the great content we have here at DisruptionNetwork.net. See ya.
We are a generation of lost masculinity, and we got to start getting it back. No matter if you're straight or gay, no matter if you stick it in the front or you stick it in the rear. For the love of our sons, we've got to stick it in there like a man.
Thank you for calling the EC Radio Attitude Adjustment Line. Press 1 if you need a good slap in the mouth. Press 2 if you need a stern verbal lashing. Press 3 if you need a timeout. Press 4 to respond to the voices in your head. Press 5 if you need to talk to your mom. And if this is an actual emergency, please hang up and call someone who gives a shit.
EC Radio. The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725.
Hi, this is attorney Nick Pasalacqua. The team of attorneys I have assembled at Pasalacqua & Associates has been carefully hand-picked to include the best trial attorneys in the particular areas of the law that we practice. Have you been charged with DWI or any other crime? Members of our team include former assistant district attorneys, now fighting to protect your rights 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you or someone you love been seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident? Members of the team at Pasalacqua & Associates include former insurance defense attorneys, now fighting to ensure that you get every penny you're entitled to. If you need legal help quick, Don't waste your time or money calling anyone else. Remember, for legal help quick, you better call Nick and the team at Passalacqua & Associates. 315-500-NICK or 315-500-6425 or visit cnytriallaw.com today.